What's going on, everybody? It is Kings and Dreams back for another video. As you can see on the thumbnail, we got the ladies. We want to hear from the ladies tonight. I think it's important when we are having these conversations, and as men, we can have these conversations, and we're talking to each other. We're pretty, transparent, and we understand exactly what we're saying to each other. But also, I think that it's also good to hear what the women have to say because we also want to hear their perspective and we want them to hear our perspective as well, right? So, one of the things I wanted to do tonight is to make sure that I put this panel together, if you will, to have this conversation. So, um, I do have a couple of ladies that are running a little bit behind schedule, but we're gonna get the ball rolling. So, because I see a couple of people in here, so I'm gonna start it off. All right, now um, I'm gonna introduce this person. We've all seen this uh, beautiful woman. Definitely is very educated, smart, has a great head on her shoulders, and also a good friend, to the channel. And I'm definitely a good friend to her channel and her husband's channel as well. So, without further ado,
You know what I feel like when you introduce someone to a show and everybody's just that's how I
yes,
feel.
absolutely. So we got Andrea Wallace TV.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches a ti también. Hello, everybody in the channel, in Kiss and Dream channel. To everybody that who always supporting. I'm so used to it to say on my channel, but I'm gonna say this too. Always supporting, showing love to your channel,
Yep.
and obviously to Andrea Wallace TV, Love Crossing Borders too. So yes, I'm very happy to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely, and thank you, and thank you for coming along. As I mentioned, so some of the ladies are running a little bit behind, but I did
Mhm.
want to get this started because I know that some people hit me behind the scenes and they're like, "Oh, ladies' night, man! I can't wait to hear what the ladies have to say."
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, uh, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Where you from? What do you do? What does your channel consist of? Basically, kind of your elevator speech. That's what we say in America. Elevator speech is just kind of like telling people about yourself and what you do.
Okay. Well, first of all, good night to everybody here. My channel, Andrea Wallace TV. I got two other channels with my husband, Andre Spence, who is Law Crossing Borders and Mostly Money. And I currently live here in Colombia, Cali, Colombia. With Dre, with my husband, of course, and what I do on my channel is based on Andrea Wallace TV's relationships, um, lifestyles, what guys wants to hear or girls wants to hear too, about relationships here, because I know that so many people wants to know, how is the dynamic here in Colombia, the woman in Colombia, Colombian woman. So it's based on all of that, and I give it to you guys all the information and everything, of course. What I do, obviously, I'm a content creator, I'm a YouTuber, but I also work as a counter. I'm a professional business manager here in Colombia. So you can see the title of my college. Oh, wait, no, wait a second. Over there
Yep,
behind
yep,
me.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Got it.
So, yeah, I'm a professional business manager. But I work with YouTube for the longest. We started in 2019. We start YouTube. We love crossing borders. So, yes, that is my little intro to you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, man. So there's three channels. You
Yeah.
guys are working. You guys are working.
Free channels, consultations.
Yeah.
I help with the people with Colombians visa. They don't think I'm not a lawyer, of course, but I understand that you guys or people that reach out to us with the language, with what is the step that I need to take, what's the paperwork that I need to take.
Mhm.
go to a notary, get a stamp, all of that. I help to foreigners to do that and applying online, of course. That's why I say I'm not a lawyer, but based on my experience, because I did my husband visa twice, cedula, foreigner ID, we call in Colombia, it's ID, cedula. So all of that take a time, take a to organize all the information. So I do that and I help people to do that too, to relocate here in Colombia, in Cali, the best places, the best deals. So that is our job. Not just YouTube. It's just too much information that we give to you guys by consultations and everything.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Hmm.
It's good to have that resource.
Yeah.
It's good to have that resource. You speak the language, you speak English, and you're able to help people whether they want to go there for an extended amount of time or actually go down there permanently. So that's great,
Exactly.
and also you have great content on YouTube. Someone who actually looks familiar. Someone who I looked in the mirror was actually on your channel last. I think it was like last month or something like that. And I was looking at the metrics, so it looked like we had a pretty good live.
Yeah, I get. Okay, I got it. I got it.
Yes, I was talking about myself in third person.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right. So I do have a couple of questions for you and anyone in the chat. If you have any questions for Andrea or the guests that come up later, make sure that you do put them out in the chat. But I do have some questions for you. So my first question is,
Hmm.
uh, for in relationships or marriage, do you think that the men are needed because uh you know we as men, and why men are starting to kind of become SYSBM, which is save yourself black man, or just save yourself man, period, right? They're starting
Hmm.
to travel outside of the westernized cultures, whether it be in the United States, Europe, but I just kind of want to focus on the modern ideals, right? So do you think that men are important because um, modern day women, they say, okay, well, I went to school, I did all these things, I accomplished all these things by myself. So what do I need a man for?
If we need a man in our lives,
Yes.
uh, I won't say the word because I'm gonna say the word, but I can't say it. Of course, respect the audience. But yes, yes. I mean, you always need a man. I mean, for real. By nature, you guys are stronger than us, and that is something that some women, I won't say all, but some women got that mindset that I can be strong as man. I can no, it's not. That's not the way. I mean, that's my opinion, and that's not the way that you do it. You always need a man, to do regular stuff in your house, to build a house, to build buildings, to um help with your car. You always need a man, even that is not your uh not necessarily be your partner, your boyfriend or your husband, but you always need the man's help. So yeah, it's that thing that I don't need a man. You need a man. I mean, for real, seriously. And you need someone to be that loves you, to respect to you, of course. So that idea that I don't need a man, no, I'm not agree with that. To me personally, I'm not agree with that.
Right. Well, it's so interesting because when I hear from some of these ladies, and again, I'm not going to say all, but
Hmm.
when I hear from these ladies and saying, "Well, I don't need a man," and they're not showing us the respect, but the thing is that when they need something done, they're usually calling a man. You're calling a plumber. If you like, if a woman called a plumber and you showed up to their house, they would say WTF, like what? And well, what am I gonna do? Now if Andre shows up, okay, cool. But if you show up and they need a plumber, they're gonna say, whoa. You know what I mean? It's like all right, your car breaks down in the middle of the road
Hmm.
and you call a mechanic and
Hmm.
Andrea comes. Not to say that Andrea cannot be a mechanic, but
Hmm.
I'm saying a woman is definitely going to be taken aback. Like I would expect to see Andre, not Andrea. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I just think that it's just one of those things where it's just um it's kind of talking, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. So it's kind of like you're saying that you don't want something, but then on the other side it's like you do want something.
Yeah,
Because if they're in trouble, if they're in trouble and they call, like they're in trouble and they happen to call the police and Andrea shows up, and you have someone that's like 6'10", almost 400 pounds. What's Andrea gonna do about it?
that
Uh,
that that's the part. That's the part. I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. But that
right.
concept that I don't need a man, I'm not agree. And I saw that, and I watched that with so many videos.
Hmm.
And I know, I understand that some women, they want to, and they want to be independent, which is nothing bad to be
Hmm.
independent, to be to have your own stuff, your own property, or your own place. It's cool, it's amazing, by try it by yourself, but end of the day, you need a man. I mean,
Right.
I not say that you are a weak person or a weak woman, but it's the fact, like, by nature it's like that. It's
Right.
like that. Women always, we are, that's what we are, women. Women are so beautiful, and it's the way that God made us. It's the way that I see it, you know, in part of
Absolutely.
my culture.
Absolutely. I mean,
Mhm.
I think it's a yin and yang, because there are things that I believe that women are better at as opposed to men. As opposed to men. And I just think that, like, if we're both trying to take each other's roles, it
Mhm.
just it just doesn't fit, and it's not working. So now let me ask you.
Mhm.
Let me ask you now. Speaking of men, and I'll get to the chat after this. But speaking of men, what do you as a woman want uh a man to bring to the table? Now I know that you're married already, right? But like, what do you believe that women want men to bring to the table?
Okay, let's pretend that I'm single.
Right, right, right,
That I'm not married.
right.
Okay. Obviously, as a woman, you always, and this is something international that I always mention in my channel, is
Hmm.
the man is the provider of the house, right? Is the leader of the house. You got that. We got that. But bring to the table is, to me, okay. Now I'm gonna break down like Andrea. You know that I was talking about this in Andrea Wallace TV, and is, when it comes to living together, is the cooking part. James always know that always, talking about the cooking part, that Bonnie
Hmm.
to know how to cook, because cooking is communication, of
Right,
course.
right.
That's one of the important things. The important thing is to be super helpful in your life, not just because of the men, and you, or we share a place and we having a good time, but what else? I mean, uh you need to we need to have like a feedback. For perfect example, like in my marriage, with Dre, Dre is from the States, and what Dre is super smart business man, and I did all the part of relocate paperwork, all the legal stuff that he needs to have to be in this country. So I did all of that and save all that time. So that's another thing, that my knowledge is in my experience as a counter. I put that on the table. That's another thing. So it's like a feedback. It's not just like two people that look really cute together and that's it. And obviously they deliver food, but they can do anything in the house. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to resolve a problem in the house. So that's another thing that you see and you start to discover when you are living with someone. So communication, that's another thing that we hope on a man. Communicate, not just listen. I know that girls sometimes we talk a lot. We talk a lot, and all that, like Andrea said, rah rah. But I know, yeah, women, we are like that. But is know how to listen, when I want to say to you, not just, and we need to learn that as a woman. We need to learn that. Just all that. Let's, for example, Jane, you're having a hard day at work. tired in your office, or I don't know, and the work that you're doing, the job that you're doing, and I'm still complaining all day on the testing voicemail. You still more stressed. You don't even, let's be honest, you don't even listen to voicemail because you are already stressed with your coworkers, and you're stressed by your girlfriend too. So
Yep.
that's another thing that I said to female. That thing, no, I mean, take up. You don't have no idea how the man's hard working. I know
Mhm.
that you're working hard too. Well, let's wait to go home or see, or let's wait to be at home, relax and talk about it. But that extra stress, no, no.
Right.
So women, some women, they need to know how to communicate, and put in your shoes too. That's another thing.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
two key things. But before I get to the chat, a couple of people I want to say what's up to that jumped in here. But two key things that you had said. So the thing that you said most recently is in the simplest form is to be his peace, be peaceful, because he is having a stressful day, may
Yeah.
have a stressful job, and there may be something that you guys may need to talk about, but let him get home, unwind, and have a
Yeah.
then maybe have a conversation. You
Yeah.
know, absolutely. And then the second thing that you had mentioned was that you said that Dre was really smart, and he, business mind. He puts like these ideas together, and then
Mhm.
you kind of do the admin work to kind of to help him execute the ideas, and
Mhm.
that's perfect because, like, the thing is, like, I'm actually trying to get my people to help me with my YouTube channel, and I'm actually trying to build her to do that because yeah, so I'm trying to steer her in that direction because
Mhm.
it's a lot when you are doing something by yourself. And so it's like, if you have that assistance, and this is the way, like, you guys can have 8 or 9 YouTube channels because you guys work well together, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I just wanted to touch on those two key points because I think that some people might have over missed that, but it's very important, those two things that you mentioned.
Yeah, it is. You learn all of this by experience, especially when you're living with someone. You learn all of that because people, uh, let- I don't know if it is. You correct me if I said it wrong in English.
No, no
Romanticize
worries.
or romantizar the part of living together, and it's I understand it's cute, it's nice, you imagine all the beautiful stuff that's gonna happen, but the reality is other thing, it's another thing,
Right.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So basically, what Audrey said is that, like, in the beginning you have the honeymoon phase, but after the honeymoon phase, reality
Mhm.
hits you. So
Yeah,
what are you gonna do from there, right? All right.
exactly.
Yeah. So let me just jump into the chat, and then I'm gonna jump into some more questions here.
Okay.
Dan Sparks, let's go. What's going on, brother? Thank you for pulling up. Felicia Jordan.
Alicia is here.
Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Please wipe your feet at the door. Make sure that you like and subscribe not only to my channel, but Andrea Wallace TV,
Well, let's see.
Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders,
Mhm.
Mostly Money, Get This Money. No, I'm playing, but all of these channels. But make sure that you definitely subscribe because it's very good content on all of these channels.
Mhm.
And as I mentioned, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Garden Scientist, my brother. Yes, man. I told you I was giving you the wrench, and I got you the wrench, man. So it's all good. Uh, Beach Bum, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? Philly Dom, cool vibes watching from Belize. Man, shout out to Philly Dom. I actually did a live on his channel. Philly has about, I think, almost 60K subscribers. And, Philly Dom
Great.
has a very good channel. He's in Belize right now. Very, very authentic content, man. Definitely appreciate you having me on the channel. And I definitely need you to come on mine, please, sir. Global Paper, Brazil or Die, Models and Bottles for Life. All right. Big Bass, salute to my brother Kings. What's going on? What's going on? Felicia Jordan, que
¿Qué es
lo
lo que
que.
pasa?
And for Felicia, you know that's a Dominican thing.
¿Qué es lo que?
So let me tell you, right? So growing up in New York City, like there's a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, right?
Yeah.
Um, so the first time I went to Colombia, so I said "que lo que," someone they was like they like what are you
What
talking
are you
about?
talking about?
Yeah, but see, so like the Spanglish that I learned were from Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. So yeah, so it was all good. Yeah.
That's funny.
Get the likes up. All right. African Dominican, High Kings, and everyone in the chat. I think this is in response to you. We don't need men anymore. We want men. A need is a matter of survival.
Ah,
Woo.
okay. Good,
All
good,
right.
good saying.
You agree or
I mean, we want, yeah, what she's saying, yeah, well, thank you for, there's a new thing that I'm learned today that, yeah, need is like, I need food for survive. That what she says through
Mhm.
African Dominican. But yeah, we want men. That's true. But there's some women that they're super, um, how do you say
hard headed?
not blind, but yeah, like we don't need, and you use that term, am I correct if I said it wrong? But yeah,
Hmm.
we don't need, I'm happy the way that I am. But end of the day, you want a man, you want
Okay,
that love, you want that strong, you want that, that I don't know how to
gotcha.
say it. Strong,
No,
so,
no, no, absolutely no. I completely get it. I completely get it. I
yeah.
completely get it. Learn crypto TV. What's going on? What's going on, Los? What's happening, family? Shout out to Kings and Dreams and Andreas Wallace TV.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. African Dominican. You can survive without a man. Without a man of your own these days. You can just hire one to do a job, but we want a man as life
Life
partner.
partners. Yeah.
Okay.
She say, yeah. I remember what she said. We want a man has a life partners. Yes, yes. And I said this in Espanol, in English, and I said, I know that some women we say all men are cheaters, all men are womanizers, but they're all of men are like that. It's your bad decision. That's the thing.
Right.
It's your
Yes.
bad
So
decision. You pick always
right.
the bad guys, but not
Right.
always like that all the time.
Yeah. So exactly. So exactly. So it's what you just said right on the money because it's the men that they happen to run into that are the bad men. So it's like at some point, ladies, you have to look in the mirror and say, okay, why am I picking
Mhm.
these men that aren't ish, because you end up picking the knucklehead, you end up picking the Pookie or the Ray Ray or the Billy Bob or whatever, and Billy Bob just wants to play Call of Duty, doesn't want all day, doesn't have
Mhm.
any ambition, but
Mhm.
Billy Bob can, he could probably hook it up in the bedroom, but does he have any ambition? Does he have any ambition? You know, like what goals does Billy Bob, Chad, Pookie, Ray Ray, what do they really have going for themselves? Uh, and then she says, back in the days, our mothers needed a man because they depended on them for survival. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of same thing with my grandma's time that they still in a marriage or still with a man in a bad marriage because they didn't know how to work. They didn't know how to survive, I should say, without
Hmm.
a man, But there's some woman here that I don't care. I just take my kids and I don't want to be with a man that who is a really bad husband or a really bad father.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. She's saying hi to Felicia. Todd Allen. Oh man. Salute to my brother Todd Allen. Thank you for checking in. Definitely appreciate you. Todd Allen is actually from the States and he lives in Bogota. Actually, Passport Stamp is the one who actually connected me with Todd Allen. This is a good brother. His channel, he talks about being financially educated. He has some books that have come out. I've actually been on his channel, and I will be working on actually, yeah. So I'm actually going to be on his channel again, and with Andre. So Todd, yeah. So let me know when we can set that up so we can actually get that going. I know we've kind of been mismatching schedules and things like that. But I'm definitely excited to be on your channel again. It was very good, man. It was very good. Sean, shout out to you. Definitely good that you're here. All right, let's see. Whew, man,
I know.
yeah,
I just
it's
looked at
going,
it.
it's
So many
going.
comments.
It's going. It's going. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna stop at Sean, and then I am going to get into the next question because I don't want
Okay.
to. Yeah. Okay. So now, um, what? Oh no, I asked you that. Okay. So do you believe that mental health is important?
Yes, 100% is important. It's really important, the mental health. I mean, it's everything in life, and not just only kids' mental health. Another thing that to me is really important when it comes to find a good man, when it comes to find a good woman, is the spiritual life.
Hmm.
Yeah, that person, starting from the beginning, I need to be have peace in my mind, and I have to really good spiritual life and be peace with myself to, offer to another person the same thing. And in my case, that's what I did. First of all, just fix all the stuff that you have in your past and everything, because uh, let's not lie, we always have problems when it comes to the past, bad relationships, childhood problems, all of that, and we need to fix all of that with ourselves, and have peace in our minds and in your souls, because that is the same that is the same way that you're going to work when it comes to have a family, when it comes to have a life partner too. Because another thing, but I came from for a bad relationship, for toxic relationship, and I still got those problems or those bad memories in my mind, my next relationship probably is going to be a terrible relationship. I'm going to bring all that toxicity, yeah, right, to my new man. So it's a whole mess. So yeah, mental health is really important, but is the spiritual life is another thing that is a must when it comes to be with someone, if for real. And I said it because it's true. I mean, we focus on physically to look good, to have surgeries, to go to the gym, and yeah, have a good health, but we never focus on our mental health, which is with this is the boss of everything, everything. And sometimes we forgot about uh, take care of mental health, which is for me is 100% important in every person.
I completely agree.
Mhm.
It's when you mention that, like, there's people that can have a bad breakup, bad relationship, and they take some time and they get over it, and they think that they may be over it, but then they get into another relationship, and what ends up happening is that they end up bringing that energy, that negative energy, into
Exactly.
that other relationship.
Exactly.
So yeah, so I think, no, I know that mental health is important for men and women alike. I've been through therapy. Um, I've been through therapy. Like, something that happened to me last week where, because of YouTube, I actually lost my job, my
Mm-hmm.
career. But I'm
Yeah.
such in a good, healthy mental space. If I
Hmm.
had not been to therapy, I probably would be breaking down right now. But I'm so, like, I'm kind of in my Zen calmness, because it's like, all right, you know what? That happened. But I also, like, I also know that anything can happen to somebody at any time. So it's always good to have resources for a rainy day.
Yeah.
So but also that's the physical, the financial, but also the mental, being able to understand that you put in a lot of time, you put in a lot of effort, and like to let go, it's like being dumped. It is being dumped, but the thing about it is that like when you put all of those things together, your mental, your financial, and you are able to be at peace and move forward,
Mm-hmm.
that takes therapy, that takes time. Whether whether it be in a romantic relationship, whether it be in a platonic relationship. There's people that have been friends for years, and they may have a fallout or something like that, and it's like, oh, I've known this person all my life, and this person may have turned their back on you for one reason or another. But the thing about it is that like when you are really taking care of self
Mm-hmm.
mentally, and yes, you got to take care of yourself physically too, but
Mm-hmm.
when you are taking care of yourself mentally, because as you mentioned, like the outer needs to match the inner.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's so true.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I think that's very, very important.
yeah, it's good.
Let me just jump back into some of these comments here.
Okay, yeah, you got a lot of them.
Oh man, African Dominican, she's going off. I should have pulled you up. Nowadays it's toxic to need a man. It's healthy to want someone, but need, no, maybe define need in this context. I think Andrea already defined it. So it's more or less more or less wanting that companionship, and wanting to be in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship or marriage. So not necessarily saying need of survival.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, all. Prophet Don Omar,
Propio Nomar.
Kings and Dreams, Felicia Jordan.
Q, Andrea. Yeah, Q, and in Colombia is like with Felicia say, que lo que. So Q is the same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Q,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. All right. Um. Oh, I misunderstood the term moderator on Caleb. Oh,
Ah, okay.
okay. So yeah, she's
Oh,
okay. She's talking to somebody else. All right.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. This should be interesting. All right. Shout out to Top Gun. You like it? Okay. Khalil, what's going on, brother? Good topic. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Make sure that you check out my brother Los Crypto TV channel. As I mentioned about financial. So definitely gonna be doing something with Los soon, talking about some financials.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bass, hola to Andrea. Love crossing borders, manners and respect. Big Bass in the building. My man Ray, man, peace, kings and queens. My man Ray from '90s versus 2000s type of vibe. What's going on, brother? Uh, that's a lie. Women do need men to survive. Oh boy, we we're
Get
not
it
doing
started.
this. All right. Can you hire a man for security
24/7.
24/7? All right. So I guess Los is asking you that.
I think they're having a conversation over there. Can you hire a man for security 24? That's why I say the trend that we want a man because we want to be protected. And some
Hmm.
women, they're really it's really hard for them to even say it. Like I don't want a man. All of them are cheaters, but it's not all the time. It's like that. But you made sometimes you made bad decision, and that is the consequences.
Hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Uh, let's see. He means like physical security. Physical security. He meant.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Is what I
Let's
mean.
see.
Okay.
When you say a man of, oh, okay, never mind. He's talking to a, okay.
Yeah.
This is a modern day woman mindset. I'm not sure who Los is referring to. So,
Yeah.
all
That's what I
right.
tell you.
All right. Subscribe to Big Bass channel, Big Bass Life. Yeah, man. I just saw a video you did the other day, Big Bass. It was nice, man. Let's see. At the end of the day, we all need each other. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Men and women do need each other. I hear you. Salute Agima's world, man. What's going on, brother? Salute to Kings and the panel. Need is the key word, and that's a fact. Okay. All right. Well then. Oh wow, I'm like way behind.
Yeah, I told you. I just look at it and say it's a lot of conversation that they're having
J
out there.
J Edwards, hello, hello, hello. What is going on? Salute to Miss Felicia. Okay, well, let me bring you back to another question here.
Mhm.
So for you, what are the three most important things that you seek in a relationship and or marriage?
Okay, my three important things. Number one, respect. And
Hmm.
I mean this respect uh, yourself as a woman, of course,
Hmm.
give you value, of course, but respect the man that is with you. Respect his ideas, respect his culture. If you got a distant relationship, respect his opinion, respect his beliefs, all of that, because I mean, it's two human beings that they start having a relationship. So it's two different, um, let's put let, two different mindsets. Let's put like that, because
Hmm.
I see it. How I see my marriage. I mean, Andrea and I we're from two different cultures, two different countries, two different lifestyle, and we start living together and marry. So we always respect each other or beliefs in our culture, in trying to understand where we came from. Another one is communication, and that's what that perfect example that I said at the beginning of this live stream, Kings, is how to communicate, not just talk and talk and complain and yell. That's another thing. And yell and cursing and all of that. You just have a good communication on everything. I mean, communication for me is cooking. You know, when your lady prepared to you your best the meal that you love, or you cook for her. Take care of the house. That's another way of communication, because you really care about this stuff that you both getting together. Communication in sex, that's another way of communication. Talking, just have, like you said before, have a wine, have a conversation, or go to a park or go to the beach and just talking. That communication never ends, and that's one of the keys of a really healthy relationship. Communication, how to listen and to understand your partner's point. And the another one, the third one, to me is really important, is the space. I mean, that's one of the things. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I was frozen here at the screen. Okay, that's one of the things that I always said to everyone is the space. So I mean, for real, like I said before, you two human beings that start to a relationship, you need a space too. You can't do everything together. From my opinion, that's really tiring. Like, for real, yeah, for real, seriously. I mean, you need to go out with your friends, with your boys, and go to the bar or go to, I don't know, sporting. I don't know. You guys enjoy better. You got your have your dynamic. In girls, we have our dynamic too. So that's the part to have a space. But there's some women and men that they're super toxic. That if I'm not going with you, I know that you're gonna do something bad. So that's another thing. Well, I mean, it's less we trust, but to me space is really important. Is in You need to have a space to give that a really good healthy relationship.
I completely agree. I think that the one of the most important things, one of the most important things that that you mentioned. I mean, all of them are important, but you mentioned that having your own space. I think that that's very important because we you know we tend to well, when I say we, not like we as people sometimes we tend to get so attached to that person. We want to be with that person every minute, all the time, but it's not healthy. It's healthy to where it's like, um you know my lady, like, she'll say, oh, I'm going, I'm going to, I'm going to get my nails done, and then, I'm going to, then I'm going to my friend's house. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm gonna say, like, all right, well, I'm going to Envigado, I'm over here, whatever. Cool, right? And
Yes.
it's like, and I'll see you in a few hours or whatever. But the thing about it is like, she has her time to do things, I have my time to do things, and
Mhm.
that's fine. Like, it can't just be like, all right, well, we're going here together, we're going here together, like, all right, like, I was just with you, like, all day yesterday, all day Friday, like, all right, like, let's take a break here.
Exactly. Yeah, and that is funny when you say, because we need to have our own, to be with me, with Andrea. I want to be just with myself. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's
Right.
true. And you, in this culture, for example, the Latin culture, the Colombian culture, you know that we got that term machista or machismo a lot.
Hmm. Hmm.
That you need a permission for your man to go to a party. You need a permission for you. To me, that you need what? Starting from there, that you
Right.
need what?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. You don't need any permission for anybody, any man or woman. No, you don't need a permission. You're an adult. It's just the
Right.
fact they communicate. That I want to go with my girls. I want to have fun with my girls, and you going to have fun with your boys, and that's it. I trust you. If you don't do bad stuff, it's in your mind. It's not my business. But
Right.
it is what it is. Just take maturity to deal with that.
Right.
Or communicate that. But in here, it is funny when I said, or when I'm going with my girls, or when I see my family by myself, Andre
Mhm.
is not with me. And they ask me, did Andre call you? Does Andre text you? Saying, no, mommy, I will call her later. They say, how you guys work with that marriage? They don't even call each other for hours. And say, I mean, we live together. We see each other face. So what's the
Right.
point? No, yes, seriously. But that call every time. What you doing? What, send me a photo. That no, 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 no. Oh no, no. I'm not agree with that.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not agree
No.
with that.
It's too much, and I think that, well, at least in my experience, I think that it's healthy to miss that person. It's like,
Uh
oh,
huh.
yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, like, I miss you,
Hmm.
but it's like, all right, like, if I see you every day, it's like, do you miss me? Like, no, I don't miss you. You were just right here, like, you know what I mean? So you want to give that enough space to where also that person can have an identity outside of you as well.
Hmm.
So, um yeah, there has to be a healthy balance. I see the comments are going off, and I'm like way behind, but yeah, I think that's great. I do have, so I know those are the questions that I had sent to you, but I did have a couple of more. But
Hmm.
if you don't mind, I wanted to get back into the chat.
Oh no, 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 no. Go, because there's so many talking out here. Yeah.
Okay. African Dominican, you know what I may do? Hold on, what you say? Hit King's Cash App at Kings and Dreams or Super Chat. I can't get a Super Chat yet, Felicia, because I don't have 1,000 subs, but you can send that Cash App to Kings and Dreams. So definitely make sure that you support African Dominican. I may send a link in the chat, because you going off in here.
She has a lot to say. She has
Yes,
a
she
lot to
does.
say.
So yeah, I hold on. You know what? I'm gonna post the link, and this is only for African Dominican. So ladies, this is a ladies only thing. Do not click the link. If I see you back there, I'm not letting you on. Just a heads up. So okay, Marie just pinged me, and so she said that she will be on in a few minutes. Okay, so it's getting good here. All right, so Profe Dam Omar. Um, I mean that a male romantic partner owned man You don't need a romantic partner to get traditional roles fulfilled. You can simply hire a man for that job. Uh I disagree with that one, but what say you, Miss Andrea? Oh, Andrea, you froze. That's okay. I'm gonna go through these uh things. Go through these in the chat. Wait for Andrea to get back. All right. So the Earth would be totally imbalanced without women or imbalanced without men. Regardless, we still need each other. I hear you. Victory, what's going on, brother? Man, Victory, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Like I've seen you in the chats, but we haven't chopped it up in a while over the phone, man. So we got to catch up. Hey, Felicia. Let's see. All right. It's an evolved mindset. Both men and women have evolved mindset. I'm a modernized traditional woman. I believe in the traditional role of a husband and wife and a family. Okay. All right. Uh, that's right. What's up, Felicia? Uh, Tim Howard. Salute Kings and Dreams in chat. Hit that like button. Hey, Tim Howard, did I give you a wrench? I don't even remember giving you a wrench. I might have given you, you know what? And that's my bad. I mean, I don't mind that you have one, but I forgot that I had given you one. But cool, man. Let's see. Correction. A man is supposed to love a woman like Christ. Uh okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to let African Dominican and crypto go at it on their own. It's extremely important to seek professional help after a bad divorce or a toxic relationship. So again, as well, I agree with that. I think that it's important to. All right, let's see.
Okay, my bad. Can you hear me?
Nah, yes, I can hear you. Good.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, my bad. It was the
Oh no,
Wi-Fi.
no, you are perfectly good. And you came in at the right time. So Agima's world, he just mentioned he says that he thinks that it's extremely important to seek professional help after a bad divorce or toxic relationship. And then my response, so I'll respond and then kind of give it back to you. So my response is that I agree with that, but to add on to that, I would say just seeking professional help even outside of romantic relationships,
Yeah.
just in daily life, especially like what's going on, what's been going on in the in the states, when we have all of these mass shootings, we have all of these things that's going crazy, like especially for me,
Mhm.
growing up in Brooklyn. I grew up in a very, very bad neighborhood. Grew up in a bad neighborhood. There were a lot of gangs. There were a lot of crazy stuff. There were a lot of shootouts. A lot of bad stuff. And I didn't realize that. You don't realize how much that affects you and how it affects how you perceive people, or affects your relationships. Personal, professional, what have you.
Mhm.
It does, and it does take it. So I would say, in a romantic sense, yes, again, I completely agree with you. But just in society, just talk to a professional. Period.
Yeah, that no wait, I mean, I'm agree with him,
Yeah.
but even me, I receive professional, and I'm looking for professional help even
Hmm.
when I'm in my marriage. No, not because I have a problem with my marriage. It's just being married. That my next step in life in the future is be a mom. So to me, it
Hmm.
was like I want to be the best mom. I want to, all those things, anxiety, depression, all of the background that
Hmm.
I used to have or I have in the past, I don't want to repeat with my kids. So I receive professional help to, fix all those issues that you have in the past when you were a kid, when you were a teenager, playing with your parents, or heartbreak, all of that, to not repeat the same pattern with your future family. But
Right.
yeah, it's really important. Mental health is really important. To see a professional is too.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But good comment, Agima. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely agree with that, because as as Andrea and I mentioned earlier, when you bring that bad energy to a new relationship,
Hmm.
That can also, and I think that's also a part of, and I'm going to speak, I'm going to speak for my people. I believe that that is a part of what's going on with our society and our community, because we're going
Hmm.
from relationship to relationship, and we are not getting the healthy fix that we need. Men, we get burnt out by, we get burnt by a woman. And I mentioned this when I talk about the red pill. There's different stages of the red pill. You can't have red pill rage for the remainder of your life. You just have to have acceptance and, move on. Because if you have
Yeah.
red pill rage and you're like 40, 50 years old, it's not going to work. When you're in your early 20s or something like that, cool. I get it, because you have a lot of life to live. But when you're in your 30s, and then you late 30s going into 40s, you got to have that acceptance stage. And then when it
Hmm.
comes to the ladies, as you mentioned, not every man is a bad man. Not every man is, not every man is going to take advantage. Not every man is a Pookie or a Ray Ray. And maybe you need to
Hmm.
vet that man more, or maybe you need to have a man that you look up to and respect, maybe help you vet that man too.
Yeah. Yeah, that what you say is 100% true. We're human beings. We make mistakes all the time. We're not perfect. But yeah, it's a good to receive and to looking for that help to fix a lot of stuff, because I believe in one way or another, something's gonna hit your mind and say, wait a minute, you have been rushing to your whole life, like you said, jumping to a man, to another relationship, to another relationship, to so you
Hmm.
never had that time for yourself. See, wait a minute, I need a time for me to know me, see
Hmm.
what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, because that it's toxic relationships, it's insecurity, immaturity, all of that, jealousy. No, it's horrible. It's really a nightmare to deal with all of that.
Right, absolutely.
Hmm.
And no one should be ashamed of seeking
Hmm.
professional counseling. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? That's very true. And for years I would be ashamed of it. And a lot of people that come from our community, unfortunately, Andrea, like, this is something in the States. I don't know how it is in Colombia, but in the States, a lot of black people would be ashamed. Like, we would get clowned. We would clown on each other for seeking professional help. Growing up, it was like that. I
Wow.
don't think I don't think it's like that now. But yes, people would be embarrassed. People would be embarrassed because we would think that there was something wrong with us, and we would say, "Oh, you know what? Like, no, seriously." And this is,
Mhm.
and this is the truth. But we would be like, "Oh, this is white people ish," and it's like, no, like, this is real world ish, and we were so ignorant, you know.
Exactly. That's why probably Kings, and I hope to not offend anybody
Nope.
in public. And but that's one of the comments that I made after those mass shooting that happened a couple weeks ago. And I
Hmm.
comment to my family who's visited the states, people that are in the states, you guys on the of the group, that we have a group in Colombia, masterminds. It was and I said, seriously, people out there needs love, and
Hmm.
love is a big feeling that you seriously need to receive mental health, because that's why you feel angry, the routine, go to work, the pressure, child
Hmm.
support, all of that, you got all of that, had so many mind issues, and you are angry with the world, and the innocence is the who pay for all of that. So it's not fair. But it's really sad what you said about that people think that you crazy because you're receiving therapy, which is, to me, is not. I mean, here in Colombia, it's more because the money thing is, because to see a therapist, it costs not a
Right.
lot of money,
Right.
but to hold her every week, to go to a therapist every week, medication and all of that is kind of expensive. So that's the part, like, oh my God, this is gonna cost me a lot. But seriously, it's no any price that, I mean, have that spiritual life on and on top, and obviously fix all those problems in from your past. I hope, and I now that I'm going to therapists and everything, and which is, I
Hmm.
feel great and happy. um But I hope that my parents, that my family receive therapy too, because it's really healthy for you, for your soul. It's
Right.
nothing wrong with that, because we are
Absolutely.
spiritual, we are mentally, and we are physically. That's three things that is with us for the rest of our lives until we die.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that.
Hmm.
You mentioned something about the spiritual. Hold on, because I have a question about that. But let me. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. Uh, hello, folks. Hello, folks. Damn, bro, you lost your job. No, the job lost me, my G. But yeah, maybe that will push you to your real love or next endeavor. Yeah, man. I love this YouTube thing, man. So and I love spending time with my son. It took a lot for Oh, come on, Maria. I just seen you there. But it took a lot from me spending time with my son. So you know that's the most important thing. And you know what I mean? So I'm going to be coaching his football team, his American football team. So I'm excited to do that. Um, I don't agree with the feminist movement. I believe in conservative feminism. Okay, African Dominican, you gonna have to explain that one to me because I am confused, and I
Yeah,
know
me
that,
too.
yeah, and I know you're talking to Los, but you got some explaining to do, sister. What's going on? Hey, I thought I dropped the link in here, come up here, come up here for and then again, this is just for African Dominican only because I definitely want to hear what she has to say.
Okay.
Yeah, no men on here tonight. If a woman don't need a man, then she must need another woman. Real talk. Whew, okay, you guys are getting spicy in here, man. All right. Where am I at? Hold on, hold on. I am so wow. I'm really, 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 really far
I
behind.
know.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I just seen I'm scrolling all the way up. I see Razor Razor in here. I'm like, I'm probably yeah. Hold on. Usually I'm on point with these things, man. Today they saw you and they just went goo goo gaga, man. They went goo goo gaga. All right. All right, Marie. I see you. Marie, give me the thumbs up when you're ready. All right, hold on. She's still talking to somebody in the background, I think. Okay, hold on a minute. Marie, give me the thumbs up if you can if you're ready to go. I don't think she's ready yet.
Yeah, you just give it time because you got like 1,000 comments up there.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. All right. That was the comment. That was the comment. Hold on. Where am I at? Sorry. I'm trying to catch up here. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm only one person. Kings, I had to seek professional counseling after 9/11 when I lost a good job. Yeah,
Wow.
man. Yeah, that's well, yeah, and I probably like that was probably the time when I should have went to seek counseling because like I was there. Well, not like there, but like I was living in New York, so it's just crazy.
I can't even imagine. I was like 5, 6, something when I watched on TV
Yeah.
the news.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Marie, are you ready to go? Hold on, let me see. Marie, can you hear me? Oh, hold on. All right. I think she's still all right. All right. So, now you mentioned spiritual. So, I wanted to touch on that. Now, with spiritual, now, do you think that it's important to be in sync spiritually with the person that you are in a relationship with and or marriage. And the reason why I asked that is because like there's been a couple of occasions where I've seen you and Andre like post like a little audio or something from like 90 Day Fiance, right? And so like I watched that, I watched that show for like
Hmm.
entertainment purposes, but I also look at it from a lens of from a lens of just like overall communication. And so like I just get befuddled when like a woman would be dealing with like a strict like okay, like a liberal woman would be dealing with a strict conservative Muslim, and it's like you bring them over here and you already know where I'm going with this.
I can't wait for my green card. I don't want to care about the wedding, but I really want a nice wedding. I don't care. I want the green card. I saw that today. I
Yeah.
was so funny.
Yeah, it's just it's well yeah, I just don't understand it. So my question to you in a serious note is that do you believe that it's important to be um in sync spiritually with your long-term boyfriend and or husband?
That to have that, okay, correct me. And sync. What does that mean?
And so in sync, kind of in sync means like being together, like
Ah,
yeah, being together.
okay. I learned something new today. Yes, absolutely yes, because that is the base or marriage in
Yeah,
our houses. I'm a person that I believe 100% on energy, and when a person have a bad energy, I can feel it.
right.
And that's in everything, in a business, YouTube, friends, family. It is what it is, but I believe 100%, and I said this before, I respect all religions out there, you know. My religion is Catholic, so I do my prayer, I do my talking with God, with Jesus, and that gives me my peace. I'm talking about Andrea. But
Hmm.
you got different religion. Of course, do whatever you need to do for have peace in your soul, because you have that peace, everything start to working really nice for you. Like seriously, everything, your business, your job, you don't get stressed too easy. Something happened in your job, okay, like you did when you lost your job, like, well, was this? I was impacted when Andrew told me,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Okay,
Right.
okay?
No.
So, but yeah, yeah, that spiritual life to me is really important. That's one of the reasons that I start to get really interested to Dre when we start to connect to each other. Even the Dre is Christian, I'm a Catholic, and here in Colombia, Christian is so different compared to Christian in the States. uh,
Really?
yeah, it's really different. I mean, for real. I mean, Christian, um in Colombia, they don't go to a Catholic church. Never. They don't believe or those little statues of Jesus, or they don't do
Really?
anything. Like seriously, they don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate the Easter week. So we Catholic, most of the Colombians, we are Catholic, so we celebrate all of that. We celebrate Christmas.
Hmm.
Andre is Christian from the States, and he
Hmm.
celebrates Christmas with me.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's just respect I respect his religion, he respect mine. I do my prayer, and yeah, that's what we do. That's one of the things that I mentioned here. Respect is one of the keys of a really healthy relationship.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I mean that's interesting because I would consider myself Christian non-denominational, but like I celebrate Christmas, I celebrate Easter,
Hmm.
you know, trying to think, Good Friday, Good Friday, Holy Week, I Lent. So that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah.
So that's something good to know. I wish Kay would have told me that. She did not tell me that, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
it is what it is. Yeah, we're super
Yeah,
Christian. They don't celebrate nothing. They don't do this that we do all the time. They
yeah,
don't do that in
yep,
Colombia. But yeah, that's why it's so funny to my family. They say Andrew's Christian. I say he's Christian, but they never celebrate Christmas. Say, but yeah, Andrew's Christian from the States, so he celebrate Christmas and all of that, Thanksgiving, Easter
Hmm.
week, all.
All right. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So a lot of yeah. So crypto and African Dominican are going off.
Yeah, a lot of talking.
Yes. Okay. So Agima, let's see. Most women today can't raise strong sons or daughters without a good man. I'm yeah. I mean, I agree. Marie, are you good? Marie, let me see if she's good. Hold on. Hey, Marie, you there?
I'm good.
Okay, finally.
Oh yeah, I kept like I don't know if you
Y'all able
saw
to
in the
see
chat,
me?
huh?
No. Okay, now we can see her.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
you.
I'm here.
Yeah, you have a lag though. You have a lag. I don't know if it's
I'm.
just me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Marie.
probably the internet. The internet's been horrible lately.
Okay, now we're starting to match
Hello,
up.
hi Andrea. How's it
Hi to
going?
you.
Yeah,
Hi to you.
now we're starting to match up. Like if you ever watch like those kung fu movies, like the person would talk and then like they would stop talking, but like the sentence would keep going. Like that's how it was. I was like, all right, like Marie, what's going on? What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing. I'm in Haiti one day at a time, guys. I do apologize for my
Suck up it.
tardiness. And I wasn't gonna let you down completely, but I am here.
Oh, no worries, no
It's good
worries,
to be
man.
on the show with you too for the first time, Andrea.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Really good. I like your
Nice
hair.
to meet you.
It looks really nice.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely,
Thank
absolutely,
you. Thank
absolutely.
you.
So
So are you. You know you're beautiful too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you a lot.
absolutely. So I did have so I have some questions here, Marie, and I've already
Mhm.
kind of gone through the questions with Andrea. So I kind of wanted to hear your perspective of it. But before we do, for those of you all who don't know Marie, tell the people like a little bit about yourself. You know what you do and what your channel is about.
Guys, for right now, because the show's already going, out check out Life in Haiti with Marie and see if you can see some of my earlier videos, but a little bit about myself. I am a YouTuber in Haiti. And my channel, my main channel, Life in Haiti with Marie, is really dedicated to the work that I do, which is really, really helping, assisting in the community in any way which I can. And I also show you all Haiti, the good, the bad, and the ugly about Haiti. So if you've yet to check me out, guys. And there you can ask me more questions if you have any.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that you're doing a lot of great things over in Haiti. I love what you're doing with the kids. And it takes a person to to really be mentally tough to really be focused on doing those type of things and remain consistent at doing that because
Hmm.
I know it's really tough. I know it's really tough. There's some challenges, and then also as you mentioned, you show the good, the bad, the ugly, and you are a risk taker, man. You are a risk taker. I tell you that. So I commend you. I commend you for sure. I commend you. Um,
One.
sorry. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
I was gonna tell you one thing I've learned is there is more good people in this world than bad people.
Yep.
And a lot of the time when you say a risk taker, I am a risk taker as far as believing there is more good people in the world than there is bad. So even some people may not display it, but if you pull it out of them, then you find out you have more people that is willing to support a positive movement. So every day I'm taking risks with life in Haiti.
Right. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I appreciate you saying that. I do believe that there are a lot more good people and bad people, and what it what's the problem is that the bad people just do so bad that it over what's the word I want to say, it over it covers what the good people do, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm. True.
All right.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you now. You know, with that being said, so I'm kind of gonna jump all over the place with you. I had more structure with Andrea, but we were
Okay.
talking about like mental health, right? So, do you think that mental health is important?
Of course. Mental health is important for your everyday life,
Mm-hmm.
and is especially important for your social life as far as dealing with others,
Mm-hmm.
which to me, if you are human, that's something which you cannot avoid, is dealing with other people. And you have to have somewhat, I want to say, a 60 to 70% of good mental health, you know. I don't think none of us is 100% uh, mentally stable, because we just weren't born to be that way. You know, everyone have that we have that thought, but we're not gonna actually, you know, how do you say, what word am I using, guys? Am I losing my language, my English today? My bad. But you're not gonna actually put it to play. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep. No, I
So
got it.
mental health is very, very important.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, so I think and Andre and I were talking about this. You mentioned like how mental health is important in your daily life. It's important of all aspects of life, and and I think you mentioned something about 60 to 70%. Like as far as like we're 60 to 70% healthy mentally, but there's that 30 to 40% that we need to work on, right? So, and it's important for us as people in society to work on these things, and especially like some of the things that you probably experiencing over there, right? And you're showing us, and you have boots on the ground, and there's things that are happening all over the world, things that are happening in the states. You used to live in the states and now you're in Haiti. There's things that Andre, that you've experienced in Colombia. So I think that it's very important for us to really make sure as a society that we are focusing on our mental health. It really is important. And so my next question to you, Maria, I wanted to ask you. Um, so now we talked about uh relationships and or marriage. Now, from your standpoint, um, what would you want a man to bring to the table? So I'm transitioning here from the mental health thing. The chat is going off the hook, and I know you probably seen the chat, so you like, I'm waiting for it.
Well, I think, well, I'm not going to speak for every woman, but I
No, no, no,
think
for
that
yourself.
a woman wants from a man what a man should bring to the table. I want to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel loved, nurtured in the way that a man should.
Right.
I think number one, you when you, to me, protected, that bracket is a man who takes care of home, a man who you can depend on, a man who you look forward to on a daily, a man who's a provider. Um, that is what I would look for in a man.
Okay. So protect, provide, and so protect and provide. So those are like the two most important things, correct?
Well, for me, I want to say for me, yes, protect
Okay.
and provide is two of the most important things that a man should bring to the table, because I heard y'all were having like spiritual talk like while I was getting ready. So I
Mm-hmm.
really did not have a chance to have a complete understanding of what was going on the show before I made it here.
Yep.
But when you ask a woman, what is it that she wants from a man? Biblically, what is a man supposed to bring to the household? And what is a woman supposed to bring to the household? And this is where we get it mixed up, because a lot of people want to pick and choose what they take from the Bible. You have a lot of men that are looking for traditional women. They are looking for women that in a way that is submissive, yet they are not willing to be the king of the house. They're not willing to go out and hunt. They're not willing to provide and safely protect their home, which men that have those characteristics and qualities, they are the ones that should get the good traditional women, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't even think that's an opinion. That's facts. You can't, like, it's basically like this. You can't expect the woman to, you can't expect the woman to
Mhm.
be submissive or willfully cooperative, and you are not willing to go out and protect and provide for her. And I mentioned this earlier. You can't sit back at home playing Call of Duty on
Mhm.
PlayStation or on Xbox all day and then wanting a woman to be submissive to you. It's not going to work. It's
Hmm.
not going to work. You have to go out and protect. You have to go out and provide. You have to go out and be that leader. And that's how things should be.
Mhm.
So you make a valid point when you say that there are some men
Mhm.
who expect that cooperation from a woman, but you're not willing to pull your weight as a man. You can't ask her to pull your weight if you're not pulling yours. As me as the only male on this panel, and I'll say this to the men in the chat, men, if you are not pulling your weight, you can't ask her to pull hers.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That's so true. When
Mhm.
you say I'm agree with Rosette, respecting her opinion too. But yeah, it's kind of like perfect example to me. It's like a man asks for a woman to always clean and cook all the time, but you not help her either. You just expect it to she be, let's put like the servant
Hmm.
of the house. Is not like that. You both need to work in
Right,
the house. You both need to
right,
be the
Mhm.
part of the house. Yeah,
right,
it's
right.
half and half.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree with that. I
Now,
sorry, go ahead.
excuse me, guys, but I want to say something because I get to interact with a lot of the travel guys, and I
Hmm.
hear that they have a lot to say about the American women. I do understand that a lot of American women, right, especially black women, they do have an attitude. And there is a way to treat your man and talk to your man. So, to an extent, I understand people's point of view, especially men, okay? Because men want to feel wanted, all right? That's every man thing. That's what keeps a man at home, is welcoming him and making him feel like he is needed here. However, we have to keep in mind that America's grounds are different grounds than what Haiti grounds are. It offers the women a different security. Almost 100% household in America cannot survive under one income. Women have to work. They also have to partly be a provider. So most women in America are having to play a part of men role. Whereas it's so much easier in Haiti to for a man to come, or in Colombia, I'm not sure how it is in Andrea, but I follow Andrea, and I'm pretty sure Andrea makes her own money too. She don't just sit there and let Dre make all of the money, okay?
Mhm.
But it is a different culture, guys. So people talk bad about women in America, but you have to understand what they are playing the hand which has been dealt to them. So, in a way, I really, really do not like when guys bash women in America. Yeah, the attitude, you can talk about that. But for the most part, women in America, they do not have the ability to offer what maybe a woman in a foreign country can, because she also have to work and assist you too.
Mhm.
So there has to be a respect, a mutual ground. I was listening to today about a woman saying she want to just be single, and one of the reasons why is because men is the only one that get the benefits to a relationship. Now, the way she was expressing it, was it right? No, I don't agree, because biblically, women, we do have a role. And naturally, I don't do what a man do. I don't enjoy what a man enjoys. So I am a nurturer. The house is where I'm happy at. Taking care of, watching things grow is something that's embedded in me. So I could never say that I don't need a man, but some women think differently. But you have to understand from what perspective maybe she is coming from. If she has one of those men that is real lazy, not wanting to assist, not wanting to do this, you get what I'm saying, guys? I think
Yes.
you will get a lot further with your woman in the US if you were willing to compromise. That's it.
Well,
Or
sorry, go ahead.
retire and do like some of these guys do and remove them out of the US, where they could be treated like a queen. You can work, and actually they could just sit at home and do all that fancy stuff you want done.
I'm gonna say that the part that you said about Maria, about the turn, not the turn, but what you saying about when you got a family, let's put it like this, you got a family, and for example, in Colombia happens a lot, and a lot in countries in Latin America happens a lot, that you can't survive with just one salary, you just one income, so the woman needs to work too. But in my culture, is the
Mhm.
woman is working, the man is working, of course, both incomes. Even though that I see this a lot, and happens in my family too, is the woman is the charge or everything in the house, the kids, the cooking, the cleaning, everything. So the man is not helping, even though that the woman is working, but is not helping. And I was like, no, this is so wrong. I mean, seriously. I mean, and you understand me in this point. Women, we gotta, just to be a woman by nature, we gotta deal with a lot of stuff in life, a lot of stuff in life. So it's really hard to take care of everything because we are the managers of our houses. So
Mhm.
it's really to be on top of, like, okay, we need to go to the grocery shopping, we need to do this, we need to work, I need to iron. It's so many stuff, and some guys, they don't value that your role as a woman of the woman of the house.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, what I would say is,
True.
well, what I would say is that I don't necessarily disagree with either of you of what you are saying, Marie. A little bit of pushback, not pushback, but from a male's perspective, I think some of the Travel Bros, SYSBM, some of the Manosphere RP community, what have you, um, they are frustrated because they feel underappreciated because they are bringing that value. And I'm talking about the men that are bringing the value. I'm not talking about the men that are not. The men, they feel unappreciated because they are bringing that value, and then they are getting, they're getting that disrespect. So in their mind, they're saying, why am I taking this disrespect when I'm putting food on the table. I'm working hard. I'm taking care of business, but I'm not getting respected. And so then it's like, well, you know what? I'm out of here. Now you have some men. Now you have some men that are not willing to compromise, and they just say, you know what? I'm out of here. That I don't agree with. I agree with, and if you gave it the old college try, if you will, the phrase, like if you gave it a try and it didn't work, and you say, you know what, I'm out of here, fine. But if you just say, you know what, I don't think I want to try,
Mhm.
and I'm just out of here, that I don't agree with. Does that make sense to both of
Guys,
you?
I'm gonna tell you. This is what I have to say. What are we teaching these American women? Right? This been a generational thing. It just goes back to it's too many households without fathers. I
Yep,
was raised by
absolutely.
my father, so I am emotional yet an a logical thinker because I
Hmm.
had a man there. But how many households in America there is not a father present?
Mhm.
There's the difference with us foreign women. Many of us came from families where there is a man, a father figure there is present. So
Mhm.
we know how to behave in the presence of a man. We know how to love a man. So I hear all of that you guys are saying about the American women, but it also, when does that culture stop? When do men start being more present to teach the future generation of women that an Instagram twerking chick is not what you want? But this is what I don't get to about guys, Andrea,
Uh-huh.
because they come and say they want the traditional women and this and that, but see, women us that look normal is not attracted to them. See, they go out looking for these big, glamorous looking type of girl women, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
when you get the result which you get, then you put it in a bracket of all women. That's not all women. And there are good women in America, but you have to start deciding, just as us women, what are we being attracted to? So if every man which I attract gives the same thing, then I have to do some self evaluation. There are characteristics which I am attracted to that is not attracted to me.
Mhm.
That's it.
No,
Yeah.
that you make a good point. You make a good point, and hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, you make a good point, and I believe, I believe that what is happening is that those men that are going for those, as you say, glamorous women. We're talking about the. I'm assuming you're referring to like the Instagram models and things like that, right? Women that are putting their assets out there, but they're not really an asset, right? So
Mhm.
those men, they're going after them, at least for the most part. It's for strictly physical. Now there are some men that get wrapped up in the romantics, but they should know better because that's on them. But you can't sit up there as a man and say you are going after this Instagram model and you want to have a family with her, and you end up, she ends up with the child, and things end up going badly, and then you try to blame that on all women. No, it's the woman that you picked. As I say that, I said this earlier, and I was saying that, Andrea had mentioned that, some women make mistakes as far as the men that they pick, and I would also say that men make mistakes on the woman that they pick. So if you as a man, and you are talking, you want to marry this Instagram model, or think that you're going to marry this Instagram model, and think that things are going to be fine, I mean, not to say that all of them, but it's likely that the relationship is not going to work. If you want a traditional woman, if you want a traditional woman, if you want a traditional woman and you want a woman that has traditional values, you're gonna have to find a woman that is not showing her assets on Instagram, and but she's showing that she could be an asset somewhere else. She's covering her body. She respects her body.
So, Kings, Ayama's world says, at Marie, I disagree with you. You don't know a thing about the Black American experience.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. So I was gonna get to the comments, but I kind of want to get you warmed up to the conversation. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
So,
Marie's ready to cook. Hold on, Marie. Hold on. Wait. So let's finish this, but we gonna get to his comment. Don't worry. So yeah. So go back to what
don't
you
know
said.
a thing is, I grew up in the States. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think he knew that.
okay, I may live in Haiti, but I grew up in the States.
She
All
did.
right.
She grew up in the
And
States. Yeah,
I know in Houston,
she
where
has a
I grew
Houston,
up from,
Texas accent though.
all right, there is a lot of women who did not have a father present in the household. And believe me, if you think that a woman who never had an example of a man, if she never had an example of how to be treated by a man, if she grew up in a household where is a single mother who hated her baby daddy and every 5 minutes all she heard was her mom saying this and that about a man, and you think that these things that's been embedded in her, it takes a strong woman to know that, to search out her roots, to say, you know what, the things which I grew up learning is wrong and I have to unlearn that. And we know unlearning is not easy. Okay, so everybody can't. The only thing I say is a lot of the things, guys, that y'all say is very true. But men, are you realistic to what's your environment? Yeah, the women, they should not have the attitudes that they have. But are you being a man? And I know y'all talk about Kevin Samuels a lot, but a lot of you guys, okay, do you make enough money for a woman to be a traditional man, a woman to you? To just sit back and let you do everything? Because these are things, let's not leave it out. You want a traditional woman, I'm going to stay home. I would not work. And every bill will belong to you. So honestly, I do not think there is a such thing as modern or traditional. That it's a mix of everything today in order to survive. Because very little household, guys, can survive off one income from a male. I mean, comfortably, where he's not complaining. And I'm saying you're not a dope dealer. You're not doing anything. You really a businessman. You going to work and you make comfortable money to be able to lead your family and the children within your family. So I think guys in the US, y'all have to do a better job. The only difference between guys in the US and guys in these foreign countries is that the men here assume responsibility and they are hard workers. And with what little they have, they still remain present. You hear men having 4 or 5 wives, and everybody's okay with it. Why? Because what little he has, he spreads it within the household. Most men in America now, they're looking for women to take care of them. Y'all don't talk about that.
I see. This is all right. This is where I gotta push back, Marie. You started heating up, and then it was like, nope. Because listen, right? If you think about it like this, the stats show, the stats show that men are actually, especially in our community. So, and I don't want to just make it like, all black thing and all that, but I just want to say this really quickly. In our community, over 50% of the African American male population is earning average to above average. So we're actually doing better than what we were before. And I know money is not just everything, but you have to think that it does play a part of it, because most 80% of divorces start because of financial. So what I'm trying to say is that men are stepping their game up. Now, are there some men that are not? Yes, I agree with. Most, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. Some, yes. Most, no. If that makes sense. Hold
Um,
on. I gotta get to this one. African Dominican. Wow, Kevin Samuels was a narcissist. Okay, so um, what do both of you think of about that?
Okay. Kevin Samuels, I think respect his opinion, of course, in so many stuff that he said, because I didn't watch all his live streams and everything. Some
Hmm.
points that I was agree with him, but it was his opinion. It was his opinion. You can like it or not like it, but it was his opinion, and I was agree with some stuff that he said uh, about one of the things that he said. Perfect is attend your men, and I'm agree with that. And I mentioned this in my channel. It's really good to m- m- uh, make your, how do I put this in English to say it better, to to attend your man really well, not just the fact that the intimacy,
Hmm.
really cute test, or testing a voicemail. It's just like attend your man where he coming from his job, or he so his family or something. It's just because it's part of my culture to attend your man. I'm not saying to be the servant of the man. No, I
Hmm.
say just attend with love, right?
Right.
Because we need to work, we need to leave the house, we need to take care of the kids too. We need, women, they got or they're independent with independent job of businesses. It's really good to attend your man too, because that is part of the love life and the marriage and having a relationship. So in that point, I'm agree with him.
Okay. And Marie. Uh-oh.
well, Kevin was full of controversies, but I respected his game. I respected his message, and different strokes for different folks, guys. Find what strokes you. That's it. You have happy couples in America, you have unhappy couples in foreign countries. So, one of the things that he promoted was he promoted a lot of marriages to me. What most men don't, they didn't really understand from what he was, the message he was putting out there. He promoted people being together. He
Yep.
promoted women getting their stuff together. And he made us look in the mirror to realize, hey, maybe it's this that you have that's causing you to not be able to get the man that you want, or just to take a look at yourself, and I think the message, you can't deny his message. Look at how many followers he had. He really,
Hmm.
really left a legacy behind, definitely.
Yeah,
I yeah,
it
I
was.
mean,
Hmm.
I completely agree. And this was actually something that Andre and I were talking about, Andrea and Marie. Um, I think I did Andre's channel about 2 weeks ago, and so we both were talking about, we knew of Kevin Samuels since 2016, maybe 2017,
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
2016. Yeah, 2016. So he was talking to the men. And ladies, for who's watching, if you think that he was harsh on y'all, man, he would light us on fire. Like he would, man, listen, he would over barbecue. You ever go to a barbecue, see something really burnt, and you like, damn, I don't want to touch that. Like that's how hot his fire was. I mean, he was whipping us into shape, and he told us to look in the mirror. So men would call into the show and they would say, oh, I want a submissive woman and all that. Okay, well, what do you do? And it's like, well, I'm and this is not anybody, this is not to belittle anybody, but you say, yeah, I'm a delivery driver for Pizza Hut. Okay, you want a woman to submit to you, but you a pizza delivery driver? Like, and like you, I mean, come on, what are we doing? And as you mentioned, Marie, America is so expensive. Like maybe in Cali, Colombia,
But
yeah,
I just heard somebody said, are we gonna go against biblical standards for love? So just because this young man is a pizza delivery guy today, right? Does
Mhm.
that mean you cannot love him?
Well,
That's the
check,
problem too.
but check this
Because
out.
are you willing to go through the struggle to get to where you live in comfortable? Maybe
Well,
that's where he's starting, but that don't mean he's gonna end there.
okay, but let me add context to this. So if he's 20 years old, fine. But if you're 45, come on. Let's keep it real, Marie. Let's keep it real.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah,
I
so
know how that would
yeah,
work.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you're 20, 21 or whatever, yes, you're getting your start,
Mhm.
you're building, right? At 45 and you delivering
Yeah.
pepperoni pizzas, my brother, and you want someone to be submissive. Come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing? You know what I mean? So like, yeah, and yes, I would say that Kevin would say things that for shock value for men and women, but I don't think that he was a narcissist. I think that he was just a realist, and he wanted to drive the point home to where it was so like it was almost like verbal shock therapy. That's basically what it was. So I highly disagree with him being a narcissist, but I wanted to hear from what both of you had said. I'm so far behind on these comments. I'm gonna have to jump around here. Uh,
Yes, so many comments.
I know. But let me check for like anything that is relative, because hold on. All right. So James preached, but a traditional woman can be modestly sexy. She shouldn't be out here looking like a nun. No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like she has to have her whole body covered, but I mean, like, don't don't just have all your pictures be you in a swimsuit or a bikini. You can have like a nice dress, and something that is um something that's respectful, like something that you would want your family to see, not like just like not just like your homegirls to see. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you're on mute. I think you're on mute.
I'm hollering at my dogs.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I thought that you were adding something. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so what I'm saying is something that like you can show your Instagram to like, you know, your family members, and they're gonna be like, okay, cool, but not like, you can only show like a couple of pictures, like, whoop, don't slide to that one, you know?
Right?
Yeah. So
So true.
absolutely. Let's see. Man, this chat is on fire tonight, man. I thank all of you guys for coming in. But the thing about it
Yeah.
is that, man, listen, if you guys don't send me a cash app or something, man, because you guys are on fire tonight. You guys are talking smack.
Hold up. May I say something else to El Ray?
Yeah,
He
hold on.
says,
Which
tell
comment is it? Hold on, because I want to highlight it.
El Ray says, tell Shorty to stop watching Jerry Springer. It's a spot. Guys, you know what? Jorge and I just went through this. I hate when people get on YouTube and just make a comment.
Hmm.
Find out the person you're dealing with. Because I'm pretty sure you do not think I even have time to entertain anybody that's dealing with like Jerry Springer. No. And it's not to bash guys. I know there are good men in America, like my father's in America. But let's not forget there are a lot of households, especially black households,
Mm.
where young women are being raised without a father figure. And a lot of you guys are paying child support. But let me tell you something, money is not everything in raising a child. There, there are children today that's gonna tell you, well, my father paid child support every month, but you visiting them would have been something so much more than money. Because a lot of these women, y'all know y'all paying child support too. They buying them lace front wigs. They doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that child is not really America. You don't pay for school. It's not like foreign countries where you have to pay for things. They get child
Mhm.
support and welfare. All right, so it takes time, guys. The objective is to build character. Build character. In order to build character, this takes time. You have to invest your time as a man. It's good for your daughter to see how you interact, even with other women that you deal with, whether you are not with his or her mother, so that they can understand how to interact. Young that your daughter or your sister, whoever you're an example to, can know how a man should treat them. All right, because if they're used to toxic stuff, then a lot of the times then they're going. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna share this. When I first went to prison, that's my story, guys. Okay, I met a lot of women, and because I'm a foreigner, even though I was in prison, I would always be somewhat standoffish because with how some of the women would act, y'all. But one of the things that I started learning was the day when I started taking classes, guys, and started really getting to know some of the women that is around me that I was judging. Then I realized, like, who am I? Who am I to judge somebody? Because look where this young lady came from. Look how she was raised. And here I am sitting in prison, and I had parents who taught me better. But these people have been hurt by even the people that were supposed to love them. So that is why a lot of people are damaged. Why do you see some of the worst crimes coming out of America? Yeah, we see crimes everywhere, but now the crimes we are seeing is being committed by young kids, guys. Shouldn't that tell us something? And that person could have very well went out and married your daughter or your son. They look normal, they walk around normal. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we have what we say, what we want to say, but in the end, guys, if we want to see a change, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how you feel about this, Andrea, but Americans, they really don't understand the privilege of being an American. It's like everybody bash America until they have to be stuck in Pakistan.
Mhm.
Then they want to call back home for that assistance. All right.
Mhm.
Everywhere have all its bad parts, right?
Mhm.
But no matter what, being raised in America, one of the things I always tell my kids is on this side of the world, you should be proud to be an American. It's not that it's all perfect. There's not the rate. I'm in Haiti. Racism is very present. It's prevalent. It's crazy. All right. There is all of the low sides to everywhere around the world. But
Mhm.
understand that America is the way that it is and offers what it offers because of how it was built. Women and men from America are not going to behave like somebody that's out of Haiti. Why I say that? A Haitian American will behave a certain way because they've been exposed. But a man coming straight out of Haiti to America, 90% of the time, don't even get along with African American men. People don't want to hear that. They don't think that American men are hardworking and this and that. Most foreign men have a problem with African American guys. They don't view them as hard workers, as this, as that. So I don't know, guys. I just feel like America really, really, the way it's set up, it's not even a good setup for the people that are there. It's a system that's set up by the people, for them to continue to make their country have the power that it has, and it destroys relationships. Period. So the to me, if you can just make money and move out, so you can really enjoy your life, do that. But take that person that's been in a struggle with you. Quit trying to just be like, oh, that person is under deserving of this and that, because they weren't raised like you or myself, Andrea. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the women are raised different in America, and that's just what it is. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna meet a Colombian girl, Andrea, in America. She's not gonna have the same values as you.
No.
She's not.
No.
She's not.
100%.
Nope.
She's not.
Nope.
Because the
Before the street.
honest truth is, you don't have the same stress as she does. It's not to take away each other's stress, but it is just two different type of stress. That's just my opinion.
No, it is no. What you're saying is true. It's
And,
completely
and
different person.
a lot of these guys, right? They want to talk bad about certain type of women. That's because on the cool, they have control issues themselves. Let's go there. Most of these women that are doing whatever you want them to do, they're getting paid. That is a job. That is why they are willing to compromise, because you're taking them from their daily worries, which is putting food on the table. So it's logical. It's pretty much like a stripper in the States. She twerking for you, you paying. All right. So when you go to their country, you think it's this and that, because you getting to have the control. You think she's submissive, she's this and that. Won't you take her to America and tell me in a year what you got?
Yeah.
And
So
this is not men bashing, but it's just what's real.
okay, so when you say, all right, so I just wanted some clarification. So when you say that a man goes to another country and the woman is being submissive, doing what he wants, he's paying her. So are you referring to like someone that's in a committed relationship, or are we talking about a man that is
Most I'm gonna say most relationships, okay? Committed relationship, yes. Listen, it's based on who you're dealing with too. Because if you come to Haiti, right, there are
Mhm.
different type of women in Haiti.
Right?
You have women that are already professional women. You already have working women. You have women that are from families that are wealthy families, right? But
Yep.
if you go and get a woman that's just pretty out of Cité Soleil, whose family have no idea what's going on, even in front of the yard, all right? And I'm not saying I don't. She's just doing a job.
Right.
She's doing a job because now I don't know. People won't understand this, but that's just how I feel. Okay, I would be submissive to you too if you were the only person helping me to help my family and making a difference in my life. That's it. So that is why you're gonna have women here that probably gives you something different from an American woman, because an American woman probably feel like she can work for that, or the welfare office give her more than that. So why would she deal with you?
But okay, so let's say, all right, so let's say this, and Andre, I'm gonna bring you in here, but on the next
Mhm.
one. But I just want to kind of respond to what you were saying, Marie. So let's say that the man is taking care of this woman in the United States, but she still is being combative. And it's more money than she can get from the government, from Uncle Sam. I get what you're saying on that point. But what if he's taking care of everything? What if he's doing all of that and
It's
she's
not a healthy situation, guys. You got to get yourself out of it.
right? I know.
There are many good men that's been misused. Do you know how many guys I interact with? I'm sure you know.
Oh yeah,
Just as a
absolutely.
lot of women, right, get misused. Sometimes, guys, you end up in a. You think I've never gotten my heart broken? But am I running
I
around
think.
here
I
saying
mean.
all
I mean.
black
Yeah.
men is this and that? No, I still think black men are kings. Not all black men just gonna be put in a bad category.
Yeah, and I don't want to, at least for my channel, like I never want to say all sisters or all women, period. But what I do say is that the bad apples, they're they're so poisonous that they affect the good apples, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, that's when the household come in. You know what are they being exposed to more?
Right.
Muchi T says, but Marie, let's not take away the fact that in other countries women tend to be feminine to their local men too. It's part cultural, part economics. The Western world promotes independence. This is what we're saying. See, it is
Okay.
a thing in Colombia and Brazil or Haiti for women to be women, for you to be feminine. That's what's promoted since they young. They see dad taking care of the household, taking care of mom. But what is being promoted in the US?
Okay. um. Yeah. I mean, I agree with this one. I think it does. I think that it has to do with the programming because, like, I've been to I've been to Colombia, and Andre, you could probably attest to this. You
No, I
probably come
agree.
across some. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I'm not on color. I'm on the environment, the programming. So that's very
Right.
true.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, in Colombia, you've probably come across some women that are modernized. Maybe they may have, and they may have family in the States, or they may have come across a Pookie or Ray Ray from the States, and then
Mhm.
now all of a sudden now it's like they I don't want to call it, what's the word I want to say. I want to make sure I'm careful with my words. It's I'm just gonna stick with just modernized. They're modernized, right? So like, um, what would you say for in your standpoint is a way that we can counteract that? Because I see, especially if like my apartment is in Poblado, right down the street from Parque Ellis. And when I first was going there, I was only hearing like Colombian music. Now I'm hearing Little Dirk, I'm hearing
Mhm.
YG, I'm hearing Yachty. So I'm like, okay, so I understand what's going on here now. So, my question is there a way that we can deprogram or at least redirect to where things should be? I think you're on mute, Andrea.
Me? You asking me? I'm
Yes, I was
sorry.
because yeah,
You're
because I
asking
was mentioning
me.
like Colombia. I was talking about like in Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So could you repeat me? Sorry, my bad. The question, please.
You're good.
My bad, my bad. I'll be so focused of the comments. They're talking too much, but okay,
No, no,
okay.
no. You
My
know what?
bad.
So okay. So since we're all content creators, like let's start
Mhm,
cherry picking these comments. But
mhm.
but my question was, you know what? I forgot my question. So That's okay. But yeah, so is there a comment that you wanted to respond to Andrea?
No, I'm just they having the talking out there and just reading and everybody just giving their opinion. I completely just respect. That's
Okay.
it.
All right,
That's
so
it.
Muchi T says, I don't buy your comment that the bad apples pollute the whole. If that was the case, it would be a lot of bad cartel hombres in Mexico, Colombia, but you would not say all Mexican men are bad. I never said no. I think you probably misunderstood Muchiti. What I was saying was, in response to how some of the men feel about the modernized woman, whether they be in the United States, United Kingdom, but the westernized woman, what I was saying is that there are good women, but what happens is that the bad ones they overshadow the good ones. That's what I was trying to say.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's what I always say. Sometimes when they ask me, I not say all, but some. That's the term.
right,
Some,
yes,
not
absolutely,
all.
yeah, that I completely agree. Let's see. City women in third world countries act westernized, so it all depends. You have to go to the village or campo to find a good traditional girl. Uh, let's go back with you, Andre. What do you say about that? And then Marie, I want to hear from you.
Traditional woman, is depends where you find them. I mean, like country in Colombia is kind of, it depends. That's what I said. Depends where you find it. Because if you go to planning to find out really tourist city, it's really hard to find a real traditional girl. But yeah, what she says is probably true about the campo, or if you're coming for the farm, yeah, could be too. But in the city, you can find traditional woman. It's just like you need to do better choices. That's the part. You need to do better choices and not go for the first beautiful body that you see. No.
All right. So for all of my guys who travel to Colombia, no clock tower in Cartagena and no parqueaderas. All
Yes. Yes.
right. And Marie, what say you?
My brother, a woman is what you make her.
Mhm.
That's what I think. Um, in my opinion, you can find a good woman anywhere.
Mhm.
Same way you want to be loved, we want to be loved too. So it's a give and take. When you come to Haiti, there are good women everywhere, but there's also a lot of bad women because
Yeah.
so many of them now are copying what they see on TV.
Hmm.
And
Mm,
since it's what's polarized and promoted, then they assume that that is what men want from a woman. So society, in a way, is taking away what many men want because they're promoting feminism in a way where it's independent, that a woman feels she doesn't need a man, this and that. So now you have women that are copying and probably, you can hear a statement, but in order to have an opinion, you need to hear that whole story of how that statement came about. And a lot of the time they just seeing that statement, they didn't hear the whole story. But
Right.
as far as in Haiti, I think you could find a woman almost a good woman almost everywhere, but not just in Port-au-Prince. I think they're everywhere, and the bad ones are even in the woods. They everywhere. I mean,
Oh man, man, you
women,
could, yeah.
these foreign
Oh
women are
man,
really,
you
really
going
big
into the
on
woods?
taking
You ain't
care of
coming
their
back. I
families.
got you.
You get what I'm saying? See, we have that men, like the example of a man. So most of us, we're more all about taking care of our families, okay? So even if this woman could very well probably be bad to you, but that's because she's doing what's best for her at that time, at least what she thinks is best for her. But you find her. She can still be traditional, and you
Okay.
find her. I think pretty much anywhere.
All right. So I like this comment right here. But as a GI in Japan and Sedena, the girls who had master's degrees would come up to me, no money exchanged. Okay. All right. And then he says, I pay her by being a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay, African Dominican, let's see. You have broken adults raising children into broken children and eventually adults if they don't get therapy. Yes, I completely agree with you there. All right. Now I'm back on your team. You had me a little shook when you got at Kevin, but I love you again. You back on my team now. All right. Yeah, no, I do completely agree with that though. That's a great statement. Let's see. All right. Um, you guys could cherry pick because these comments are coming out furious here.
Yeah.
uh, Big Mike, Chile is so underrated. I encourage the brothers to come here. Just keep in mind, the women are on the lighter whiter skin. Okay, if she's fine, she's fine. You know, I have no preference. Let's see here. Oh, Andre. Okay. Unless you type this in, Andre.
Andre and Angela crossing borders.
Shout out to Andre. Um,
That's
it,
true.
okay, it's amazing how people in the states believe that most women in South America are pretty but poor. Not true. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because the lady who I am dealing with, I mean, she doesn't make much money, but she has a good job, and she's in school, and she is not poor, and she doesn't ask me for anything, like literally nothing. Like I can sometimes when we go out, like she'll try to buy me stuff and I'm like, no, what are you doing? Like, and but I mean, I respect it, but I just know that I have more than her. And I don't, and for me, like that's not how I want things to be, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
And one of the things that you mentioned, right? Because like even though I was raised in the States, but I have a Caribbean background as well. So, you know, I have that I had that masculine, masculine what's the word? Masculine upbringing. You know, my fathers, my uncles, they were their protectors and providers. So
Mhm.
like I can't be a pookie, just sitting on the couch all day not doing something. Like I can't do it. Just can't do it. Um, she doesn't need to make much, just follow my orders. All right. Yes. So
Hello, what?
Motivational movement. He like you. You want some drama?
yeah. I was gonna say yeah,
We're gonna
that
let you
he
make it
trolling.
tonight.
He trolling right now. He trolling right now. He trolling right now. If I would have had some different sisters on here, that would have been a fight. um yes. Make sure, man, cash app your boy, man. It's almost 40 people in here. We have been rocking on for 2 hours. Definitely send your boy cash app. Make sure that you also subscribe to Life in Haiti Marie. Make sure that you subscribe to Andreas Wallace TV.
Hmm.
Subscribe to Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. It is and then also subscribe to Mostly Money. That is a great channel. Talk about financials.
Yeah.
He said he was trolling. Got to lighten up the mood.
That's what I say. Follow what?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm glad. I'm glad you laughed. I was ready for like. I was ready. I was ready. Oh man, because Marie has that smirk, where it's like she could laugh or she could be saying something real potent. Like you gotta, yes, yes. Oh man, let's see here.
Sometimes
Yeah, Mister.
we gotta make each other think too, right? And we're always like, people are so stuck on color. Like, we're
Hmm.
half the time it's not even color you guys are asking for, right?
Hmm.
You're looking for a certain characteristic. So whether you're in the States, wherever you're at, like if you notice that this woman moved this way, like those are signs that let you know, like, don't go forward. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It doesn't matter where you at, guys. There are good women that is in the States. I think there's more women looking for men than men looking for women. Because I think it's more of us women than there is of you guys. What do you think?
Well,
What you
there, there,
think,
there
Andrea?
are
Do
there,
you think
there
it's
are
more women than men?
in the world, or you mean like looking for like a
Probably in
serious?
the world. You can say in the world.
Oh yes, yes. I mean, it's statistically proven that there are more women than men in the world. But the thing
See?
is that like what I believe, and like not all women, but some women have this they have this what's this what's it called? They have this, not all, but some women have this mindset to not think on their own, right? So if for an example, I'm dating a good woman, and let's say like her friends are getting at her and they saying, oh, why are you serving him a plate, girl? You don't need to be serving him a plate, you know. And sometimes they listen to their friends. No,
Are y'all for real? Like, do these? I mean, I don't. I'm
so
asking. Like, is it
wait,
for
well, let me
real? Like,
hold
women
on,
are
Marie.
like
Let
that.
me
I
just
don't know, Andrea, because I've never been around women like that.
well, let
Like,
me well,
women I kick it with, it's the thing to bring a plate to your man. Like,
right. No, no, no.
I
I know,
don't
right?
know what
No,
type
I
of
know, but
women
what I'm
these are
saying
for
is,
real. Like,
okay,
do
so what?
these women really exist, or they just telling us? I think y'all should get on screen with some stories. Cause
No, I'm telling you.
I
No,
just
I'm
don't,
telling you
I
the
don't
truth.
believe it.
No, well, listen. These are things. These are things that I have seen and experienced. What I'm saying is that
She
there are
listened
some.
to her friend because well, I don't see. That's why I don't have too many friends anyway. So I don't
But
know.
listen to what I'm saying, though. But listen to what I'm saying. There
That's
are
ladies. If that's how you moving, don't wonder why you single. Then don't.
exactly. But I'm saying, like you have not seen that, but I'm telling you, it has happened.
Promise,
It
I've
has
never
happened.
seen it.
Well, I'm glad that you haven't seen it, but that doesn't make it any less true.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
God, that was too funny. That was too
Black
funny.
women of today are built different
See,
nowadays.
me personally, that'd have been the last day.
See,
That would been
look,
the
look, look,
last
look at
day
the look,
I called
look
you
at
a
the men.
friend.
Look. You got 2 hands. I mean, 2 feet and 2 hands. Get your own damn plate. Yes, yes.
Nah, but see,
Los, I've
Andrea, see,
experienced
they
this. See what
don't
I'm
tell
saying?
what's behind that
This is,
comment
but
too.
Marie, this is
What
not.
was going on that day? Was it an argument? Did she think
No,
you just
not at
come?
all. Not at
You
all.
come in from work and this is her reaction to you? I'm
Yes.
not buying that, Andrea.
No, it's the man,
Uh-uh.
Marie.
Tell
Marie.
somebody else that. I'm not buying that.
See, but Marie is no DMB DMB. This is ladies only. Like if African Dominican wants to come in, she can come in. But yeah, I'm sticking with the ladies tonight.
Hey DMR, but no, guys, I
Did I say
just don't
DMB? I
I
meant
don't
to
want
say
to
DMR.
believe
My
it,
fault,
Andrea,
bro.
because if this is what's going on, then I see why so many of the guys are like strongly opinionated. Like
Marie,
I'm
LOL.
telling
Let
you,
him make his point. Yes, exactly. I
make
was
your
trying to
point.
make my point, but Marie be going in, man. I love it though. I love it though.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so wait, don't say black woman, say black American woman. Black immigrant women are different. We are raised different. I'm not sure if that was in reference to me, but It's okay. Hold on. Oh, he says scroll back up to my comment before. I mean, I'm telling you, this chat is crazy, man. I mean, crazy in a good way. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. You guys, hold on, Profe. Uh oh. Hold on. Where is it? Man, yeah, a lot of comments. Profe, I'm trying to find you. Wow. Oh, hold on. Is this it? No, that's not even Profe. My bad. Whoops. Oh wait, but I'm gonna read this anyway. Japanese women are not attracted to thugs. Pukio Ray Ray. If you are clean cut and dressed proper, have a good job, you are in. Okay, yeah, no, and that's how it should be, and that's really how it should be. But
Mm-hmm.
like in some of the westernized cultures, and this is this is some of the things that Kevin will talk about. It like like some of these women. Okay, there was a video that went viral. There was a video that went viral, and I'm not sure if either one of you guys has seen it, but
Mm-hmm.
this woman on YouTube called Kendra G. So she has like a call-in show. So and it's kind of like matching people up. So this guy called in. Well, so the girl was already on the line. So male suitors are calling to kind of shoot their shot with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy calls in and he says that he's a nuclear physicist, I think for the Navy, and he's about to, he's about to go out to sea, what have you. And he's telling her about, his accolades, what he does. And then I think you might be talking to your dogs again, Maria. I'm not sure, but you're on mute. But anyway, so the guy explains what he does, his accolades, and so the girl, so she says, "Okay, that's cool. Next, right now, this is a young man who's about to be a nuclear physicist. I think he was like 24, 25 years old, right? At 24, 25 years old, man, let me tell you, I mean, listen. I was doing so many things. I could have had 20 jobs. I could not have been making as much as a nuclear physicist. Let me tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So and so what her response was that she was saying that he was not interesting enough. So to coincide with what motivational movements is saying, and I'm not saying that the woman wants a thug per se, but it's like his resume was very impressive for his age, and she didn't even
Mm-hmm.
try to give that man a chance. But another man that she was talking to later on in that conversation that did not get highlighted, but the guy didn't really have his stuff together. He was kind of like all over the place, but it was because he was a smooth talker. She gave him the time of day. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I understand. Oh
absolutely.
my God.
True, but mostly men fault. Garden scientist, what are you referring to? Hold on. Profe, I gotta go to your comment, man, because it is, it is lit in here. Nope, that's old. I think is this one it. Um, yes, Marie, I got told yesterday Omar will get his plate when he is ready, and that's on my mama at Kings of Dreams. It's not meant to be funny, but he's saying the truth. Like, yeah, these things happen, Marie. These
Somebody
things.
accused me of being disingenuous. If
I
I
don't think
know what
so.
that means, that is pretending to know. Guys, I would not be friends with any woman that act like that. I was raised by an awesome woman, and personally, those wouldn't be the type of women I want to hang out with. And I'm not here to
Mm,
judge anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And even if my friend acted that way, I would tell her not to. So
yeah,
this is
Yeah.
not just a front.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know women that just blatantly mistreat their men like that without a cause.
right.
But some women are just mean spirited, period, without a reason. So I don't know.
That's so true. That's so true. And so many on my girlfriend, they ask me how is you keep a good marriage, how you keep a man. I say it's just like it's just helping each other. What's wrong with just make, I don't know, plantains, I don't know, make a cake, I don't know, something that he likes. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
part of living together. It's part of of communicate love. So but
Yep.
there's some that
Mm-hmm.
when you say Marie is right. I mean, I heard that when I was younger, and it was so funny. We were in a party. I was like, I don't know, 19, 20 years old, and we're in a party. I was with my best friend next to me, and one of the old friends, a male, he say, "What about if I asked you to cook him, to make me some plantains with a sauce?" And she said, "I won't make you any plantains. You got your own hands, you got your butt, so go and cook for
Oh,
yourself." And my best friend, I don't say they're all in Colombia, but my best friend, she's a black woman, Afro Colombian. She said, "I won't cook for you." And he asked me, I say, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just part of communication. But he said that is the difference. I'm not saying, and I'm not want to make a racist comment, nothing like that. But he said that is the difference. Why you just, it's so hard for you guys to attend your man. That is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just part of being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hold on a minute. Big Mike.
Why
All
are
right.
you guys saying I don't believe them? They're saying I don't believe them. That's not. I'm not saying that I don't believe you guys. I'm saying that I cannot believe that a woman would behave like that towards you. Like, most of my family is men. So I really don't like hearing men being mistreated. 'Cause I have more brothers than I have sisters. So, and I was raised by two men. So I'm just saying that's just not natural, and maybe it was something going on.
Hmm. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on one
I
minute.
don't know.
First
I
of
hear
all, I
you,
just
Dre.
yeah, hold on. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to Dre. Check my Cash App. I did. Salute to you. And then Sean, I did see yours. Thank you. I saw both of y'all's, man.
Oh,
So thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I think Victory, you might have sent me something too. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to pay attention to the chat here. It's all fire. So Big Mike, you said that you wanted to get online with your girl. If you do have your girl with you, I will make an exception, but you have to have your woman with you because I really just want this panel to just be for the ladies tonight. So Big Mike, if you still have your girl with you, I will drop the link, but this will be for you only. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, hold on. Uh-oh. Stop, Marie. Most women in the States act exactly like these men are saying. Yes, yes, yes.
You imagine Ray face when he said when he come in that
Yes.
opinion.
And this is true, Felicia. Felicia said is true. No men on the panel. I will make an exception for Big Mike if he has his girl with him. But that's it. Hold on. Okay, she's with me. Hold on. Let me call her from the living room. You got to call her from the living room? How big is that house? Man, you in a mansion, bruh. All right, let's see. Um, Men also don't just mistreat women. Something must have happened for him to do that. I don't know if he's talking to one of y'all or that might be in the midst of that conversation. Don, don't move to Cali. Oh no, we don't need any more
Then Omar
Americans.
said that he's gonna live next to us. That was he said, then I moved to Cali.
Oh man, yeah. El Ray says she couldn't have lived in the States. Man, you guys can't hear her accent. Her accent is not like a Haitian accent. Her accent is like Southern American accent. Like you can
but
like
why?
Yeah, trust me, I've been
Why is
around.
it that I
Yeah,
could not have lived in
yeah.
the States? Because I don't believe that a woman should mistreat her man. Because I agree that a woman should respect her man. But then there is a man is held liable too. And I was raised by foreigners, so I wasn't raised by women that just made it normal to disrespect men.
Hmm.
That's not what go on around how I was raised, so I don't know.
All right. At Big Mike, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. Don't move here to Cali. That's so funny. All right, think about how women were and how men are. Think about how men want women to submit, but what are they submitting to most of the time? Well, this is what I would say. So let me respond here to Garden Scientist, and then I'll respond to then I'll leave you guys to chime in. So I think what you're saying, Garden Scientist, just to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly. So you're saying that what are men submitting to? I mean, what do men want women to submit to? But what are men submitting to? And I think what you're trying to say is that like men aren't submitting to anything, but they want women to submit to them. And that is not how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to submit as a man to a higher power, and then women are supposed to submit to you. So if you are not submitting to a higher power, then and you want a woman to submit to you, then it's not going to work. As I mentioned earlier, and I'm not sure if you were on the call yet, Marie. I think you might have been, but what I was saying is that you cannot get um, willful cooperation submissive from a woman unless you are, as a man, prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially.
Is that a fact?
I'm sorry.
Is
I
that a fact?
agree.
Is that a fact?
But I mean, I'm gonna say this so people don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Even if a man is not ready, I don't think that it's a woman's position to disrespect a man. Men, and I know I see it's a lot of guys in the chat. Men are prideful, okay? So since the minute you raising them, you see that pride in a man. You see my little brother with the pride. So it's not for us to disrespect a man just because he cannot provide the way that you think he should. So for the ladies who are watching, if a man cannot provide and you have a situation where you cannot wait, just remove yourself. Don't be rude just because every man that's on this show tonight may never get to the point where they're making six figures every year for the rest of their life. I mean, I will want you guys to, but if that's what you are looking for, then but you don't have to disrespect others in the midst of finding that. So
Okay.
that's all I'm saying.
All right.
So it,
So
it goes both ways.
all right, now, Big Mike, I don't know what you mean by go in because we had an incident last week Monday, and I'm not
Oh,
having
he
that on
can
my
go
channel.
in.
No, 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 no. Hold on, because I'm the moderator and you are the guest. And Big Mike, listen, we are going to keep this respectful. And if anything gets out of hand, I'm closing shop quickly. I'm not about to let what happened last week happen ever again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna drop the link, but I don't like that I'm about to go in because I don't know what you mean by that. So I'm just saying, just be prepared. Marie's actually a friend of mine, that so don't do that.
I wonder what I did that was so bad. You see what I'm saying? See how quickly they get violent and drill. They want to talk about a woman. Self check.
Let's see.
Okay, so define submission and give examples. I don't think everyone here defines submission the same. Okay. Um let's get into that. Let's get into that. Yeah.
Let's define submission. Give an example. I don't think anyone defines submission the same.
Yeah. So what do you define submission as, on Andrea?
Okay, well, my point of view of submission, what we see here, my culture is just um, do everything that the man of the house say. That he is the, he is the voice of the house. He is the. This is an example. Okay, do not attack me. That he is the voice of the house, so everything is gonna be in my way. So what I see of submission or ser sumisa is just Ovid, that's the term. You correct me if I said it wrong. Everything that the man of the house says, and the submission, that's what I said. I'm not super agree with that, with the submission term, because I think both are. I know that the man is the leader of the house, but the woman is also the manager, the one that who is on top of everything in the house. Organize the finances, the kids, everything, the bills, everything. She's on top of that. So that's the part, like submission. Like to me, submission is like you can't say anything in the house. So I'm not agree with that. I'm not agree with that term about submission, or why what family uh, told us about submission. So because sometimes my family make jokes about you're a submissive wife, saying no, I'm not. That's not even clear to be a submissive wife, in my point of view. In my point of view, but yeah.
I got you. No, I got you.
Mhm.
So someone sent me a Cash App request. Yeah. So you sent me a request as opposed to sending me a Cash App. So you did it the opposite way. So whoever that was that tried to send me the $8, you gotta send it to me, not request it from me, because you're asking me to pay you.
Mhm.
Uh, but yes, no, I completely agree with that. I think I agree with the exact sentiments of what you said, that the man should be taking care of the house, and um, the woman should, you know. So I think when women hear submissive, especially in the westernized culture, when women hear the word submissive, they hear it as though like you're supposed to just do everything, everything that what a man is supposed to tell you to do. No, that's not true. What it is that he is supposed to be the protector and the provider, but make those decisions confidently, but also listening to what his woman has to say. Because let's just say for an example, I tell my woman, hey, I want to move to Ghana. And so she's going to say, okay, well, we can move to Ghana, but we have some more resources here where we are. Maybe the economy may be better. And I say, you know what? Okay, I didn't think about that. As opposed to just saying, we're going to Ghana. I'm going to Ghana. I'm sorry, we're going to Ghana, and that's it. You have no say. There's nothing that you can do about it. No.
Mhm.
Now, that would be considered machismo, toxic. You know,
Machismo.
yeah. But if you're alpha, you say, hey, you know what? I want to move to Ghana, and these are the reasons why. And then she says, you know what, babe, you know what, I think that will actually be a great move for us, for our family, and for what we're trying to build. Cool, got it.
Yeah,
Marie,
yeah.
what say you?
What is the question exactly?
Oh, right there, what African Dominican posted.
Define submission. Well, I think submission is something that, in a way, should be given in a relationship. A woman should submit to her husband. It's a give and take thing. People make submission a bad thing, which is really
Mhm.
not a bad thing. And I think it's because a lot of people assume that uh, submission is when they can control somebody, basically, and enslave them in a way, you know. But I don't think that submission is a bad thing. Submission is a good thing, and almost every relationship is pretty much sharpening each other's sword in a way. You know, when you submit to your husband, you know, it's listening to him, and if he's asking you not to do something and he's the provider, I think by right you should listen and not do it, because there's you want to believe that there's a reason why he's asking you not to do that. It's to protect you, not to control you. So that's how I feel about submission. I don't think submission's a bad thing.
Right.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. I hear you. Let's see. Felicia, I think I did okay, I did respond to you. All right. So yeah, I know Andrea said in her culture, and I was when I said I agree, I meant like in my culture too. Um it wasn't a mistake, Kings and Dreams. They want $8. Yeah, nah. Uh-oh, Andre. Let's see. Um, they are getting violent, Marie. I can't believe you just said that. I don't think she meant it in that way, man. Don't forget Marie's a YouTuber too, man. So you gotta take a hint of sarcasm there. All right. Yes. Yeah, Tim, nah, she didn't mean it like that, bro. Um
Am I being violent? I don't
No,
know.
no, because you said no, use it because you said Big Mike wanted to wanted to be violent, but I knew like you didn't necessarily mean it like that, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. No, 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 no.
yeah, no, we all good. Garden scientist. One day I have to get on the panel because I have to talk to men. I have to talk to men for us men for a second. A lot of men got the game messed up. Yeah, well, I absolutely, man. I mean, most of the time I'm talking to the fellas, but I wanted to have the ladies on here because it's important to hear what the ladies have to say. And even if we even if we don't agree on all things, but we get a better understanding of where each other's coming from, me from the male standpoint and the ladies from their standpoint, so these conversations are meant to encourage and to help build foundations, globally, not just in the United States or in Haiti or in just Colombia, but globally.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yes,
see.
sir.
Men don't just say stuff. Something that the woman. Oh, I think I read this one. Something that the woman do for men to be saying these things. All men from all over the states. Oh yeah. This is about the whole thing. Submission versus obedience, big difference. No, I don't think anybody on this. I don't think anybody on this panel is saying anything about obedience. No, we not. We not on that time. And if I caught somebody saying that, like, I don't think that they would be. No, I don't think so. Let's see.
It's a really interesting comment for Victory that I'm reading here. Hope that you
Uh,
can find it.
hold on a
The
minute.
beginner leader.
I got it. I found it. Yep.
There we go. These are controlling are two different things, but the people often confuse two. The two has been in the same. They're not the same. Yeah, that's so true. You
All
not
right.
just live by yourself. You live with a woman too. You need to listen to your woman too.
Absolutely, yeah, and that and that's what I'm saying, because the thing about it is that, like, you want to pick, as men, we want to pick good women, um good women that can encourage us, and we're not always going to be right all the time,
Mhm.
you can say. And the thing is that and women and men could be looking at the same thing, but see it completely differently. And she can say, hey babe, you know what, this is how I see this. Oh, you know what, I didn't think about that. Great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because yeah, because it's funny, but it's wonderful how women we think in, I don't know, in five six things at the same time, and you guys sometimes just be like how to say I forgot, like entangle. I don't know how to pronounce the word for just one thing. So it's really good to listen your woman and
Yep.
what she has to say. Yeah, and have a better
Absolutely.
ideas.
Absolutely. Yes, the conversations are important so we get all viewpoints. Absolutely. I completely agree. You know what's so funny? I was talking to I was talking to Andrea offline here, right? And she was like, how long you think we're gonna go? So I said 90 minutes. We almost we almost doubled.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. It's this thing is oh man. We are almost at the 3 hour mark. Okay. Uh, Big Mike, submissive girl, and I'm not going on that live, and that's that. Huh? Oh wait, Big Mike girl said I'm not going on that live, and that's that. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, because I dropped the link for him, so
Hmm.
I can appreciate Marie being able to empathize. That shows good character. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
And
to do the things that Marie does, you have to have good character. You have to have good character. Uh, a lot of men. Oh man, you know what, Khalil? I'm not dealing with you. I ain't dealing with you. Let's see. I thought Big Mike was gonna come on too. I don't know what's going on, man. What's going on, Big Mike?
Ah,
something is going on.
All right. Problem is, most Western women do not want to hear the word submit. They prefer cooperate. Cooperate. Definitely need to move abroad to get a woman who submits. Well, no, I don't even think that they even want to talk. Well, yes, yeah. So I think I know what you mean by like cooperate, Muchi T. Yeah, so like the thing is like they want to take turns being the leader, and it's like it doesn't make any sense because in a company there's not two CEOs. It's not like the CEO knocks on the C. It's not like the COO knocks on the CEO door and say, "Hey, you know what? It's my turn to be CEO today." It doesn't work like that. Like
Mhm.
no, it does not work like that. Jeffrey Jackson, the man is the leader of the house. The woman helps him run the house. The man teaches the woman his plan, and the woman puts the plan into action. Whoa, that might be comment of the night. Let's see. Victory. Being a leader and being in control are two totally different things, but people confuse the two as being the same. They are not the same. Completely agree with that because, like, Andrea says, machismo, that's a controlling man, wants to know where his girl is going all the time, all of that. You know what I mean? No, it's uncomfortable. But as a man, being in control, not controlling, being in control, two completely different things.
Mhm.
So I completely agree with that. Where's men's? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. I'm like going backwards here. Uh, shout out to everybody that gave me Cash App again. Victory, I seen you a Cash App. Um uh Somebody, I don't know who it was who sent me the $8. Hold on, I think his name was Aaron. But yeah, man, shout out to you. Shout out to this whole chat, and shout out to both of you ladies for rocking out with me for this long, especially Andrea, you rocked out for the beginning. It's almost 3 hours.
Mhm.
So Yeah, man. You're gonna sleep good tonight, man. She's like, I'm going to bed after this. It's over. Oh man. Yeah. Well, it's like what? Oh, it's 10 o'clock over there, so it's not too late. But yeah.
Yeah, it's 10:06.
Okay. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. A true leader is a good listener. I hear Andrea just as she does me. Yes, you do. Yes, that is an excellent point, Andre. As a
Mhm.
leader, you have to be willing to listen, because the thing about it is that you can't give direction without being directed.
Yeah, and know how to say the stuff right. You just not be
Absolutely.
rude or nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. 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 Um, submit, verbal, accept, or yield to a superior force. Oh, okay. So he's giving the definition here. Submit, verbal, accept, or yield to a superior force or authority or will of another person. Yeah, I mean that's the dictionary meaning, and I agree with that to the most part. But when you read that, like the words authority and will, like it's gonna rub some ladies the wrong way. Let's see.
There's really good information, really good comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Hold on, Omar. What did Omar say? Marie, have you got those two cash apps yet?
I'm
Omar.
not checking, guys. I'm on my tablet, my laptop, and I'm not checking right now. I will. And if you did support Life in Haiti, I want to thank you guys so much.
Yes, absolutely, definitely support. Um, Tim Howard, God,
And
man,
can I
woman.
say something too? Like Life in Haiti, it has a team. So I'm not really in charge of finances for Life in Haiti.
Mhm.
I have a different department, so someone else would tell me. But I do thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean,
I'll handle that part.
there you go, there you go. I'm trying to catch up to some of these comments here. I know we're approaching the 3 hour mark. I don't want to go past the 3 hour mark. And Big Mike, it looks like you are not pulling up. So,
Yes. People ask, did the two other guests show up?
hold on. No, so okay, yeah. So I did not address this. So Arlene lives on the West Coast. So she was not able to come on. But I am going to be doing an interview with Arlene probably in like the next 2 weeks or so. Um, and then Kyla, I'm not sure what happened to Kyla. So but Arlene, she did say that she's in the West Coast, so she's going to so I'm gonna have an interview with Arlene in a couple of weeks. All right, let's see here. Rich Free. Why are some women so petty and combative? A female supervisor tries to argue and tie me uh, over a piece of cheese I was buying. Hold on. Okay, let me read that again. Why are some women so petty and combative? A female supervisor tried to argue and tie me over a piece of cheese I was buying at the supermarket. The male supervisor came and fixed the situation in 2 seconds. I don't know, brother. I mean,
No, he's saying that a female lied to him, to me over a piece of cheese.
Oh, lied to him. Okay, I thought he said tried
Yeah,
to time.
lied to him, my
Oh,
brother.
okay, lied. Okay, whoops. Okay, I got it.
A female supervisor trying to argue and lie to me over a piece of cheese I was buying at the
Okay, okay.
supermarket.
Okay, thank you, Marie. Yeah, because I
You're
was like,
welcome.
Rich Free, what are you saying? And Rich Free's probably like, no,
Mhm.
Kings, what are you saying? So I said it completely wrong. My bad, bro. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the help, man. When you got other content creators on here, it helps out a lot. A true leader of his home never has to say it. He behaves like one. Oh man, Dre and Victory battling for comment of the night here. I see.
Oh boy.
One man said a piece of cheese. The clown probably sent her man a tool pick. I don't know what he's talking about. That might be some other thing. But yeah. Jamal, what's going on, brother? I see you in here, man. All right. Um, I'm looking. Sorry. Look. Oh man, Richie Magzuna Thailand is in here. I see you.
Yeah, he coming million years ago.
Oh, yeah. See, so you could tell
He's here.
how far behind I am. It's yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's So we are at the 250 mark. Doesn't look like Big Mike is coming in. So if you guys in the chat don't have any questions, or if you ladies don't have any questions, we can get ready to close this out.
Mm-hmm.
But if guys in the chat, ladies in the chat, if you have any questions, ask them now, because I am closing this before or at the 3 minute mark. Hold on.
That was so funny.
Hold on. Yo, round two. Oh God, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave Profe and crypto what they are talking about in the comments. Definitely not pulling nobody on the panel. Great show, thank you, man. Thank you, motivational movements. I highly appreciate it. This was very good, very educational. You know, so it doesn't look like. Hold on, stay tuned for part two. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Khalil and learn crypto. You guys can have fun with that. But Marie, so I know that you kind of came late to the party, but from what we were talking about, in the conversation from the time that you jumped in, what would you say are your final thoughts?
Hmm. I didn't really get to hear everything, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to say I agree with a lot of what you were saying, Andrea.
Thank you.
Um, Women, we have to learn to be kinder to our men, and men have to be a lot more understanding to women and pretty much get to know the woman that you're dealing with. Because if your woman is from a different background, you have to know that you're going to get something different from her. So be considerate of each other, because sometimes a woman is with a guy that is making about $20,000 a year, but you want him to carry you through a lifestyle of someone that makes $100,000 a year. He may not be the guy for you. So in relationship, we have to respect each other, and respect should not solely be given based on a person's financial status, because a man's financial status today is not a forever thing. He may be somewhere struggling today, but that if he is determined and if he is motivated, has ambition, stand by your man and support him. Don't be like one of those. Don't listen. Don't have these friends that's telling you not to even fix a sandwich for your man, or you're not cool. You're not this and that. Try and learn from other women, and men learn from good men too, because it takes two to tangle.
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that. Oh man, right? You know, yeah. Marie's a smooth talker. Smooth talker. I like that. I like that. Yeah, but honestly, Marie, thank you for coming on, and I know that you are a very busy woman. You have a lot of things going on. Um,
I
for
wasn't gonna let you down.
Nah, no worries, no worries, no worries. Definitely make sure that you support Life in Haiti with Marie. She has two channels. So Life in Haiti with Marie, her channel, she talks about as she mentioned the good, the bad, the ugly of Haiti. She's a very influential woman to follow. And then on her second channel, she talks about relationships and things like that. So I think that it's important to get the education on both sides, the education on relationships, and then the education on what she's doing in Haiti. So I think that is very important to make sure that you follow both of her channels. And like and subscribe. So thank you. I really highly appreciate you coming on here. And I would not have been disappointed if you couldn't make it because I know that you are busy. But yeah, I definitely happy that you came on for sure. All right.
Andrea, we definitely gotta hook up on LIH.
Okay,
Uh
good.
oh.
Yeah,
No
the
doubt.
thing, the good thing is, women need to hear from more positive women. They need to
Okay.
see examples of it.
Yeah.
Because if
Mhm.
we're just bashing people and not exemplifying what we want from them, how do we expect for people to know? There's a lot of people are just talking, but they're damaged themselves and
Mm,
can't realize it until you see an example of what's normal. You will never come to the understanding that, wow, dude, I'm a messed up person. Like, I've been thinking this is normal and I am not normal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
right.
So I do. I want us to link up. We will. I'll get in contact with
All
Okay. That's
right.
good. That's
you.
good.
Yeah, happy birthday to you too, Felicia.
No, her birthday is next week,
Early.
Friday.
I know, early
Oh, okay.
birthday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
okay, so hold on. Don Omar says tell Marie to get that bot off her channel who gives me ish. I don't know who he's talking about.
Nightbot.
Oh man.
Nightbot be policing.
Uh-oh. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Mrs. Wallace Spence. So what do we got? So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? You were here the whole time. So what do so what are your thoughts about this whole conversation? And and then let the people know where they can follow you.
Okay, well, first of all, just thank you to having me here for this time. Thank you for the audience to share with us for your comments, good and bad comment doesn't matter. Very respectful. But yeah, what the good experience about this live stream is just to hear for another woman perspective, her opinions, of course, which is great to hear and to know how and to understand what she's saying and the questions too. But it's really good to hear for another person some answers that not just for a regular country or my culture, Colombian culture, is good to hear about for other person, especially when she's American and live in Haiti or Haiti, we pronounce in Espanol. But it's really cool. So I really appreciate to having me here, and obviously my channel Andrea Wallace TV, and my Instagram of course Andrea Wallace TV. So yes, thank you always for supporting, and thank you James for having me here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I can't let me just go solo. Okay, I can't thank the two ladies enough, Andrea and also Life in Haiti, Marie. I think that having these conversations are very important. As I mentioned a lot of times, and kind of, it becomes redundant, but it's so important for me to highlight that these conversations are extremely important because we need to talk to each other, and a lot of times we are talking at each other, and we need to get that understanding and really listen to each other, not just talk just to have a conversation, but actually listen to what are our needs, what are our wants, what are our desires as men and women alike. And I think that, I know rather, that what I am doing is, and what a lot of people are doing is going to be extremely helpful. What Andrea is doing extremely helpful. What Life of Haiti with Marie is extremely, doing is extremely helpful. Some content creators, in the chat. Thank you for coming by. Shout out to my brother Andre for coming through. What he's doing is extremely important. And also, I just want to give a big shout out to my moderators, Felicia Jordan. Want to give a big shout out to Garden Scientist Tim Howard. Thank you for holding it down. Thank you for everybody in the chat that has some great questions. There was some great dialogue. Even a big shout out to African Dominican. I thought she had a lot of good things to say. So, you diss Kevin, but it's cool. I'm gonna let that slide. But I think that tonight's conversation was very good, and I really appreciate everyone that came in. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to the channel, and stay purposely purposeful. And I'm out.